failure. It's a word that carries weight, isn't it? When things fall apart and nothing seems to go as planned, it feels like the walls are closing in and the doubts come rushing in like a flood. That sinking feeling in your chest when your efforts don't pay off, the embarrassment, the self-criticism, it can be overwhelming. But what if everything you thought about failure was wrong? What if failure wasn't the end, but a powerful new beginning? Failure can feel like being lost in a storm without a compass to guide you. Many of us have stood in that place where the weight of unmet expectations presses down so hard it feels suffocating. Whether it's a dream you didn't achieve, a relationship that ended badly, or a career goal that slipped out of reach, the pain of failure stings deep. Yet, what if that pain is also the greatest teacher you will ever have? The truth is, failure is not a permanent defeat. It's a misunderstood force, a spark waiting to ignite something greater within you. The most inspiring stories of triumph are not those without failure. They are stories woven with moments of loss, struggle, and frustration that led to breakthroughs. It is in these moments of falling short that life hands us the chance to learn, to reflect, and to grow into a version of ourselves that is stronger, wiser, and braver. We live in a world obsessed with success, one where perfection is praised and setbacks are hidden. It's no surprise that we grow up fearing failure, treating it like a shadow that follows us wherever we go, waiting to pounce the moment we slip up. But this fear is a lie. The truth is, those who achieve great things aren't the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail, fall, and rise again, determined to move forward despite the odds. Think of every failure as a door. Some people stand in front of that closed door and give up, convinced that the lock is permanent. Others, however, find a way to pick the lock, push the door open, or knock down the wall altogether. The difference between those two groups isn't talent or luck, it's mindset. It's the ability to reframe failure not as a punishment, but as an invitation to try again differently. When you experience failure, it feels personal, doesn't it? As if it's confirming every fear you had about yourself. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. That inner critic gets loud, shouting all the reasons why you should quit. But here's the thing. Failure is not a mirror reflecting your inadequacy. It's a map revealing where you can grow. It shows you the areas that need work, the skills that need refining, and the mindsets that need shifting. In fact, every failure brings with it a gift, though it rarely feels that way in the moment. The discomfort you feel is the sign that you are stepping beyond your comfort zone, stretching into new territory. Growth never happens in ease. It happens when things get hard, when you stumble, get back up, and try again. Failure teaches resilience. It teaches humility. It teaches patience. When everything goes right, there is little opportunity to grow. But when things go wrong, you gain wisdom that success alone could never provide. You learn to trust yourself, even when the path ahead is unclear. You learn that setbacks are not roadblocks, but stepping stones, each one leading you closer to where you need to be. It's easy to feel like you're the only one struggling when everyone else seems to have it all together. But the truth is, failure is universal. Everyone, no matter how successful they appear on the outside, carries their own stories of defeat and disappointment. The difference lies in what they choose to do next. Some let failure define them, others let it refine them. The stories of the world's most successful people are filled with missteps and moments of doubt. Thomas Edison, after thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His words remind us that failure is not a verdict. It's just feedback. It's life's way of saying, "Not this way, try another." Failure also reveals what truly matters. Sometimes we chase dreams or goals that aren't meant for us, and failure redirects us to a better path, one that aligns more deeply with who we are. At other times, it forces us to pause, reflect, and reconnect with our core values. It strips away the noise, leaving behind the clarity that only comes after everything else has been shaken loose. In those moments when failure hits hard and the future feels uncertain, remember that you are not starting from scratch. You are starting from experience. Each setback brings with it lessons that strengthen you for the journey ahead. You carry with you the wisdom of every attempt, every misstep, and every obstacle you've overcome. And with each new effort, you come closer to unlocking the success that's meant for you. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop fearing failure and start embracing it. Every time you try and fall short, you are building a reserve of resilience, an inner strength that cannot be bought or borrowed. And that strength will carry you through life's toughest challenges, long after the initial sting of failure has faded. It's not easy to welcome failure. It takes courage to keep going when things fall apart. But the truth is, nothing worth achieving comes without setbacks. Every worthwhile journey is paved with both wins and losses, with breakthroughs and breakdowns. And the good news is, failure is never final. It's just a chapter in the story, not the whole book. You are capable of more than you know. The only thing standing between you and your next breakthrough is the fear of falling short. But fear only has power if you let it. The real strength lies in facing it head-on, knowing that every time you stumble, you are one step closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. There is no shame in failing, only in giving up before the lesson is learned. Life will continue to hand you challenges, and how you choose to respond will define the trajectory of your journey. The truth is, failure is not an obstacle to success. It is the foundation of it. It sharpens you, shapes you, and prepares you for the moments when everything finally clicks into place. As you turn the pages of this book, you will discover strategies, tools, and insights to help you reframe failure as a force for good in your life. You will learn how to extract lessons from every setback, cultivate resilience, and build a mindset that thrives under pressure. This isn't just about overcoming failure, it's about transforming it into your greatest ally. Your failures do not define you, your response to them does. This is your chance to rewrite the narrative, to rise above the fear, the doubt, and the frustration, to see failure not as an end, but as the beginning of something greater. The truth is, you are stronger than your setbacks, and every time you choose to get back up, you are proving that nothing, no failure, no obstacle, can stand in the way of your growth. This journey isn't just about fixing what's broken, it's about discovering the potential that lies on the other side of failure. And once you unlock that potential, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Failure often feels like a door slamming shut. It catches us off guard, leaves us questioning ourselves, and makes us wonder if we're on the wrong path altogether. There's a discomfort in knowing we tried and didn't succeed, a discomfort that feeds doubt and fear. But the real danger is not in failing itself. It lies in the stories we tell ourselves about failure. These misconceptions shape how we react, how we recover, and whether we keep moving forward or let failure paralyze us. In this section, we are about to explore the most common lies we believe about failure and uncover how to break free from them. Understanding these truths can shift how you see setbacks forever, giving you the tools to reclaim your power and move forward with renewed purpose. When people fail, it's tempting to believe that it means they are not talented or capable enough. This mindset assumes success should come easily, that being good at something means succeeding without obstacles. But mastery comes from repeated attempts, and skill is developed through trial and error. What often looks like natural talent is the result of hidden hours of effort and countless failures. Even those at the top of their field have had moments where they doubted themselves. The truth is, failure does not mean you lack ability. It means you are in the process of growth. Another dangerous belief is that failing makes you less worthy in the eyes of others. Society tends to celebrate success loudly while failures are kept in the shadows, making it easy to assume that you are the only one falling short. However, failure is part of every journey to greatness. Behind every achievement lies a string of attempts that didn't work out. True strength lies in being able to own your failures openly, knowing that they are part of the process, not a reflection of your worth. Many believe that once they fail at something, the opportunity is gone forever. This belief feeds regret and stops people from trying again. But failure often acts as a reset button, giving you the chance to revisit things with new insight. Some of the greatest opportunities come from second attempts, using the lessons learned to approach challenges in a different way. Growth happens when you recognize that opportunities are rarely lost, only delayed, waiting for you to come back stronger. Fear of judgment traps people in a loop of inaction. They worry that others will see their failures and judge them harshly, but in reality, most people are too focused on their own struggles to notice. When you release the need to prove yourself, failure loses its power over you. Those who embrace failure without fear of judgment create space for learning and innovation. They understand that being vulnerable enough to fail is what builds true confidence. Some assume that failure means they were wrong to try in the first place. This thought can lead to abandoning dreams prematurely, mistaking setbacks as signs to stop. But setbacks are often a sign to adjust, not quit. There is wisdom in knowing when to pivot, but persistence through failure often leads to unexpected breakthroughs. Adjusting your strategy after failing is not giving up, it's evolving. It is easy to think that avoiding failure will lead to a smoother, easier life. However, a life without challenges becomes stagnant. Failure forces you to confront discomfort, and it is through these experiences that personal growth happens. People who avoid failure often avoid progress as well, remaining stuck in comfort zones. The discomfort of failure is what sharpens your resilience and strengthens your ability to handle future challenges with grace. There's a misconception that failure erases past successes, that one mistake overshadows everything you have achieved so far. This belief creates unnecessary pressure to always get things right. However, failure does not cancel out progress, it adds to it. Every step forward, even if followed by a fall, builds on the last. Progress isn't a straight line, and success is rarely achieved without setbacks along the way. Another misconception is that failure should be avoided at all costs. This creates an unhealthy relationship with mistakes, making people fearful of trying new things. Yet, failure is one of the most powerful teachers. It provides feedback that success cannot offer, revealing gaps in knowledge, skill, or preparation. Those who learn to welcome failure as a necessary part of the learning process gain an edge in life, constantly improving and evolving. Some think that failing means they are unlucky, as if the universe is working against them. This belief fosters a sense of helplessness, making it easy to give up. But failure is not about luck, it's about alignment and timing. When things don't go as planned, it often means there is still work to be done or lessons to learn. Viewing failure as part of life's natural rhythm helps shift the focus from what went wrong to what can be improved. Believing that success must happen quickly is another common trap. In a fast-paced world, people often expect immediate results and feel discouraged when things take longer than anticipated. However, meaningful achievements take time. Failure is part of the process, and learning to be patient with it helps build the endurance needed for long-term success. The longer the journey, the deeper the lessons, and the more prepared you become for the next steps. A belief that causes unnecessary suffering is thinking that every failure needs fixing right away. This rush to correct mistakes can lead to burnout and frustration. However, some failures need time to settle. Space allows you to process emotions, reflect on what happened, and gain clarity before taking the next step. Learning to sit with failure without rushing to fix it creates emotional balance and prevents impulsive decisions. The idea that failure should make you feel ashamed is deeply rooted in many cultures. Shame keeps people silent, hiding their struggles instead of seeking support. But failure is not something to hide. It is something to share. Speaking openly about your failures creates connection and normalizes the process for others. Vulnerability becomes a bridge, helping you and those around you learn and grow together. There is also the myth that people who fail are weak or unprepared. This narrative discourages risk-taking, convincing people that only the perfect succeed. But in reality, failure requires incredible strength. It takes courage to keep trying when things don't go your way. Every attempt, even the ones that don't work out, builds character and prepares you for greater challenges ahead. Some people assume that once they fail at something, their chance at success in that area is gone. This belief overlooks the fact that failure often lays the groundwork for future victories. Many breakthroughs come after repeated failures, when accumulated knowledge finally aligns with opportunity. The path to success is rarely straight. It zigzags through setbacks, each one bringing you closer to where you need to be. Failure is often seen as an end point, but it is actually a checkpoint. It signals that adjustments are needed and offers a chance to pivot. Success rarely comes from sticking rigidly to one plan. Those who succeed are those who learn to adapt when things don't go as expected. Flexibility in the face of failure transforms obstacles into stepping stones. Believing that failure defines your future is a limiting mindset. No single failure determines your path unless you allow it to. Every day offers a new opportunity to rewrite the story and take action toward your goals. The power lies in choosing how you respond to failure, whether you let it shape you or stop you. People often view failure as something to avoid discussing. This silence builds shame and keeps valuable lessons hidden. In truth, sharing failures fosters growth, offering insight and support to others on similar journeys. The more open you are about your setbacks, the more resilient you become. It's easy to assume that success comes from getting everything right the first time, but success often comes from persistence, trying, failing, adjusting, and trying again. The most successful people are not those who avoided failure, but those who mastered the art of rising after every fall. Failure feels heavier when you carry it alone. Many people isolate themselves after setbacks, thinking they need to figure things out on their own. But support networks provide perspective and encouragement when things get tough. Reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a strategy for resilience. Some believe that failure strips them of their value. They measure their worth by their achievements, and any setback feels like proof of inadequacy. However, your value is not tied to outcomes. You are enough, whether you succeed or stumble. True confidence comes from knowing that your worth is not dependent on external events. It is important to understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. The journey to achieving anything meaningful is paved with mistakes and missteps. Embracing failure as a necessary step forward creates freedom. The freedom to try, to fail, and to succeed on your terms. Through these insights, we can begin to reframe our relationship with failure. It is not the monster we feared, but the mentor we needed. With each failure comes wisdom, strength, and the chance to try again with new eyes. And that, in itself, is success. Failure, when viewed through the lens of Stoicism, shifts from being a source of shame to a well of opportunity. Mistakes no longer carry the weight of defeat, but instead offer powerful lessons that shape your character and sharpen your mind. They become moments where life asks you, what will you do now? Stoic wisdom teaches that these experiences are not meant to crush you, they are meant to forge you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared. There is freedom in this understanding, and through it, failure transforms from an enemy into a guide. Now, let's dive into the core Stoic principles that show how mistakes, when embraced correctly, become stepping stones to personal growth. Mistakes are inevitable, but what matters most is learning to focus only on what is within your control. This is one of the key teachings of Epictetus. It is easy to feel overwhelmed by outcomes you cannot change, but clinging to things beyond your influence only feeds frustration. When you redirect your energy toward what you can control, your actions, thoughts, and responses, you reclaim your power. Life is full of uncertainty, but your mindset is entirely yours to command. Mistakes offer a chance to cultivate patience. Seneca reminds us that difficulties are tests, not punishments. Patience is not merely waiting, it is learning to endure with grace. Often people rush to fix mistakes, desperate to avoid discomfort, but rushing leads to more errors. Growth requires slowing down and accepting that things take time. Patience turns moments of failure into moments of clarity, giving you the space to see things as they are, not as you fear them to be. Humility is another lesson hidden within failure. The Stoics taught that humility allows you to accept your limits without shame. Mistakes reveal that no one is above error, no matter how skilled or knowledgeable. This awareness fosters humility, not as a weakness, but as a strength. Humility opens the door to learning because it allows you to admit when you don't have all the answers. Every time you fail and accept it with humility, you invite growth. Embracing mistakes also requires detaching from outcomes. Marcus Aurelius teaches that clinging too tightly to results creates unnecessary suffering. Detachment does not mean indifference, it means doing your best and releasing expectations. Failure hurts most when you pin your worth on success. By learning to let go of outcomes, you free yourself from the pressure to be perfect and create room to enjoy the process itself. Failure offers a rare opportunity to build resilience. The Stoics viewed adversity as a teacher, not an enemy. Each mistake becomes a training ground for mental toughness. Resilience does not mean avoiding hardship, it means facing it with courage and choosing to rise again, no matter how many times you fall. Life will always bring challenges, but the person you become by persevering through them is stronger than any setback. Mistakes also teach self-awareness. They act as mirrors, reflecting patterns and behaviors that need attention. Without failure, these blind spots remain hidden. Self-awareness is not about dwelling on what went wrong, but understanding yourself more deeply, your triggers, habits, and areas for growth. This awareness allows you to make better choices moving forward. Another Stoic insight is learning to accept life as it is, not as you wish it to be. Mistakes often happen when reality does not align with expectations. The Stoics urge us to embrace life's unpredictability and adapt to it. Resisting reality only leads to frustration. But when you accept things as they are, you find peace, even in the midst of failure. There is great wisdom in recognizing that failure is temporary. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that everything in life is fleeting, including mistakes. No matter how big a failure feels in the moment, it will pass. This perspective helps prevent the weight of setbacks from overwhelming you. Knowing that time will dull the sting of failure encourages you to keep going, even when things feel hard. Mistakes also invite gratitude. This may seem counterintuitive, but every failure is a lesson in disguise. It teaches you things success cannot. When you approach mistakes with gratitude, you shift from feeling like a victim to seeing yourself as a student of life. Gratitude helps you find meaning in setbacks, even when outcomes are not what you hoped. Each mistake is a reminder that perfection is an illusion. The pursuit of perfection creates stress and anxiety, making every small misstep feel catastrophic. The Stoics teach that striving for excellence is enough. Perfection is not required. When you release the need to be perfect, you free yourself to take risks and explore new opportunities without fear of failure. Mistakes provide a chance to reset your priorities. In moments of failure, you are forced to reassess what truly matters. Things that once seemed urgent may no longer hold importance. This clarity allows you to realign with your values and focus on what brings meaning to your life. Failure strips away distractions, leaving behind only what is essential. One of the hardest lessons failure teaches is to ask for help. Pride often convinces people that they need to solve everything on their own, but the Stoics knew that community is essential. Mistakes are easier to navigate when you have support. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness. It is a strategy for resilience. Failure also teaches the importance of preparation. Many mistakes occur not because of inability, but because of poor planning. The Stoics emphasized the value of foresight. Anticipating challenges and preparing for them reduces the impact of setbacks. Mistakes show you where your plans were weak, giving you the opportunity to strengthen them for the future. Each mistake builds emotional discipline. Failure triggers emotions like frustration, disappointment, and regret. Learning to manage these emotions without being consumed by them is key to personal growth. The Stoics believed that emotions are signals, not commands. You can acknowledge them without allowing them to control your actions. Failure also reveals the importance of adaptability. Rigid thinking leads to unnecessary suffering. Mistakes force you to rethink your approach and try new strategies. Flexibility allows you to pivot when things don't go as planned, turning obstacles into opportunities for creative solutions. Mistakes encourage reflection. The Stoics practiced daily reflection, reviewing their actions to learn from both successes and failures. Reflection turns mistakes into valuable lessons, helping you avoid repeating them. It is not enough to experience failure. You must also understand it. Failure teaches you to trust yourself. After every setback, you have a choice: give up or keep going. Each time you choose to move forward, you build self-trust. You prove to yourself that you are capable of overcoming challenges, no matter how difficult they seem. Mistakes foster empathy. When you experience failure, you become more understanding of others' struggles. The Stoics believed in showing kindness, knowing that everyone is fighting their own battles. Empathy makes you more compassionate, not only toward others, but also toward yourself. Learning to forgive yourself is another gift that comes from failure. It is easy to be harsh on yourself when things go wrong, but self-forgiveness is essential for growth. The Stoics remind us that everyone stumbles. What matters is how you rise. Forgiving yourself creates the freedom to move forward without carrying the weight of past mistakes. Failure teaches the value of persistence. Success often comes to those who refuse to quit, no matter how many times they fail. Each attempt brings you closer to your goal, even if progress is not immediately visible. Persistence is the bridge between failure and success. Mistakes also sharpen problem-solving skills. Each setback forces you to think differently, finding solutions you hadn't considered before. Problem solving becomes second nature when you view mistakes as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles to fear. Failure cultivates inner peace. When you stop fearing mistakes and start embracing them as part of life, you develop a sense of calm. The Stoics teach that true peace comes from within, not from external success. Peace is knowing that you are enough, even when things don't go as planned. In the end, failure reminds you that life is about the journey, not just the destination. Every mistake you make adds richness to your story, shaping who you are becoming. The Stoics understood that life's value lies in how you live it, not in the absence of mistakes. With every failure, you are becoming more resilient, more compassionate, and more prepared for what lies ahead. Fear, when left unchecked, becomes a chain. It grips tightly, limiting what you try, where you go, and who you become. Fear of failure, in particular, is one of the most silent but powerful forces that hold people back from their potential. It isn't the failure itself that stops progress. It's the avoidance, the hesitation, and the stories told in your mind that make even the smallest steps forward seem impossible. To conquer this fear, you need to understand its roots and learn how to face it head-on. This is where the real transformation begins. Fear of failure often begins with the belief that making mistakes defines who you are. This belief creates a constant need to perform perfectly, which feeds anxiety. However, you are not the sum of your mistakes. Failing does not mean you are a failure. It means you are trying, which is more than many are willing to do. Shifting this mindset frees you to take risks without attaching your identity to the outcome. The fear of embarrassment is another roadblock that makes people avoid failure. Thoughts of what others will think stop them from acting on their dreams. But here's the truth. People are not as focused on your failures as you believe. Everyone is too preoccupied with their own struggles to scrutinize yours. Realizing this removes the unnecessary weight of other people's opinions and gives you permission to fail freely. Fear makes setbacks appear larger than they are. It convinces you that if you fail once, you will never succeed. But failure is only final if you stop trying. Every setback is just a small part of a larger journey. Learning to see failure as a temporary event rather than a personal flaw is the key to moving forward with confidence. Many fear that if they fail, they will lose what they have built so far. This fear of loss keeps people clinging to the familiar, even when better opportunities are within reach. The only way to conquer this fear is by trusting that letting go makes room for growth. Sometimes, the fear of failure is rooted not in the risk itself, but in the fear of leaving comfort behind. Perfectionism is closely tied to the fear of failure. The belief that everything must be flawless prevents people from starting. But perfect conditions will never arrive, and waiting for them only delays progress. Progress happens in the mess of trying, failing, and adjusting. Once you accept that mistakes are part of the process, you can release the pressure to get everything right the first time. Fear convinces people to settle for less than they deserve. They choose paths that feel safe, but leave them unfulfilled. Staying in a comfort zone may protect you from failure, but it also keeps you from success. Growth comes when you step beyond what feels safe and challenge yourself, even if it means falling short along the way. The fear of failure often disguises itself as overthinking. People spend so much time analyzing potential outcomes that they never take action. This mental spiral creates paralysis, where fear prevents progress before it even begins. The antidote to overthinking is action, small, deliberate steps forward that break the cycle of fear. Fear also feeds on uncertainty. It convinces you that the unknown is dangerous, and it is safer not to try. However, Uncertainty is part of every worthwhile pursuit. Learning to embrace the unknown allows you to see it as a place of possibility rather than danger. When you let go of the need to control every outcome, fear loses its grip. The fear of failure can become so consuming that it makes giving up seem like the easier choice. But giving up brings a different kind of pain, the regret of not knowing what could have been. Regret weighs heavier than failure because it leaves you wondering what might have happened if only you had tried. Pushing through fear, even when it's hard, gives you the peace of knowing you gave it your all. Another reason fear of failure thrives is that people underestimate their ability to recover. They assume they won't be able to handle setbacks, so they avoid them at all costs. But resilience grows from experience. Each time you face failure, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the fear. Trusting your ability to recover allows you to pursue challenges with courage. The mind often magnifies fear, creating worst-case scenarios that may never happen. People fear losing everything or becoming stuck forever if they fail. These thoughts are rarely rooted in reality. By confronting these fears and questioning their validity, you strip them of their power. Most fears are exaggerated, and the reality of failure is often far less painful than the fear of it. Fear is fueled by comparison. When people compare their progress to others, they begin to doubt their own path. They believe they should be further along or that they are falling behind. But comparison is a distraction. Your journey is yours alone, and progress is not a race. Letting go of comparison helps you focus on what matters, your own growth. Another trap fear creates is the belief that only success is worth celebrating. People forget to acknowledge the small victories that come from trying. Celebrating effort, even when it doesn't lead to immediate success, builds momentum. Each attempt, whether successful or not, brings you closer to your goal. Fear thrives in isolation. When people keep their struggles to themselves, fear grows stronger. Sharing your fears with others, whether friends, mentors, or a community, lessens their intensity. Talking openly about failure normalizes it and reminds you that you are not alone in your struggles. Fear also feeds on the idea that there is only one path to success. This rigid thinking creates unnecessary pressure to get everything right. However, there are many ways to reach your goals, and failure often redirects you toward a better path. Flexibility in your approach allows you to pivot without fear when things don't go as planned. The fear of failure makes people reluctant to try new things. They convince themselves that if they can't succeed immediately, it's not worth trying at all. But growth happens through exploration. Trying new things, even with the risk of failure, expands your skills and opens doors to unexpected opportunities. Some fear that failure will waste their time and effort. They think that if a plan fails, everything they invested in it was for nothing. However, no effort is ever wasted. Each attempt adds to your experience, making you better prepared for the next challenge. Every failure teaches lessons that success alone cannot provide. Fear also makes people focus too much on outcomes and not enough on the process. This outcome-driven mindset creates anxiety because it makes success feel like the only option. Shifting your focus to the process allows you to enjoy the journey, even when the destination remains uncertain. The process itself is where the most valuable lessons are found. The fear of failure can disconnect people from their passions. When fear takes over, things that once brought joy become sources of stress. Rediscovering the joy in what you do helps combat fear. When you reconnect with why you started, fear begins to lose its hold. Passion makes it easier to push through fear and keep going. Fear tricks people into thinking that mistakes are setbacks when they are actually part of progress. Each mistake offers feedback, revealing areas for improvement. Viewing mistakes as opportunities for growth rather than signs of failure helps you approach challenges with curiosity rather than fear. The fear of failure often causes people to set smaller goals. They lower their expectations to avoid disappointment, but in doing so, they limit their potential. Setting ambitious goals requires courage, but it also creates the possibility of achieving more than you thought possible. It's okay to fail on the way to big dreams. The journey is what matters. Fear also makes people believe they need to be fully prepared before they start. They wait for the perfect moment, which never comes. The truth is, action creates readiness. Taking the first step, even when you feel unprepared, builds the momentum you need to succeed. Fear can make success itself feel overwhelming. Some people fear that if they succeed, they won't be able to maintain it. This fear of future failure stops them from trying at all. Learning to trust that you will grow into the challenges ahead allows you to pursue success without fear of what comes next. The most important lesson about fear is this: it loses power the moment you face it. Fear feeds on avoidance. Each time you confront your fear and act despite it, you weaken its hold. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action in the presence of it. And each time you do, you take a step toward the freedom that fear tried to keep from you. Fear may try to block the way forward, but failure offers something precious: opportunity. In the cracks where things fall apart, there are openings for growth, discovery, and transformation. What once felt like defeat becomes a doorway to something better, if only you learn how to walk through it. The ability to transform failure into opportunity requires strategy, mindset shifts, and the willingness to see setbacks not as endings, but as beginnings. These strategies are not just about recovery. They are about unlocking new possibilities and moving forward with purpose. The first step toward turning failure into opportunity is shifting your focus from what went wrong to what can be learned. When a plan falls apart, it leaves behind clues, mistakes, assumptions, or blind spots you didn't notice before. Analyzing these clues helps you gain clarity about what needs to change. Every failure brings with it lessons that success often hides. The key is to ask the right questions. What did this experience teach you? What will you do differently next time? It is important to take action, even when things don't go as planned. Many people become stuck after failure, believing they need to figure everything out before moving forward again. But progress comes from movement, not waiting. Taking small steps toward your goal keeps you engaged and motivated, reminding you that failure is not the end. Each action, no matter how small, rebuilds momentum. Turning failure into opportunity also requires developing a habit of reflection. Reflecting on setbacks allows you to extract deeper insights that might not be obvious in the moment. Reflection turns failure into a tool for self-improvement, helping you grow in ways success never could. Writing down what you've learned keeps these insights fresh and prepares you for future challenges. It helps to celebrate the effort, even when the outcome isn't what you hoped for. Effort deserves recognition because it reflects commitment and courage. Rewarding yourself for trying strengthens your motivation and makes future failures less intimidating. Over time, celebrating effort becomes a habit, turning challenges into opportunities to learn and grow. Another essential strategy is learning to stay open to unexpected outcomes. Many opportunities are hidden within failure, but they are often different from what you originally envisioned. Rigidity closes you off to these possibilities, while openness allows you to recognize them when they appear. Staying open to new ideas, people, or paths can lead to opportunities you never imagined. Creating opportunity from failure also requires embracing feedback. Feedback, especially when it points out mistakes, can feel uncomfortable, but it is one of the most valuable tools for improvement. Listening carefully to feedback without defensiveness helps you refine your skills and sharpen your approach. Treating feedback as guidance rather than criticism ensures you keep moving forward. Building a support network is crucial when turning failure into opportunity. Supportive people offer encouragement, perspective, and advice during tough times. They remind you that failure is part of everyone's journey and help you see new possibilities when you feel stuck. Surrounding yourself with those who value learning over perfection fosters resilience. Opportunities often arise when you shift your perspective on failure. Instead of viewing it as a setback, see it as a step forward. Sometimes, failure redirects you towards something better. The experience gained from setbacks equips you with knowledge that prepares you for future success. Shifting your mindset in this way allows you to view each failure as a valuable part of the process. It is also helpful to set small, achievable goals along the way. Big failures can feel overwhelming, but breaking them into smaller challenges makes them more manageable. Each small goal reached is a step toward turning failure into opportunity. These small wins build confidence and create momentum, making it easier to keep going even when setbacks happen. Reframing failure as a skill-building exercise changes how you experience it. Each time you encounter a setback, you gain new knowledge and improve your problem-solving abilities. These skills accumulate over time, making you more adaptable and resourceful. Seeing failure as a way to sharpen your abilities encourages persistence and growth. Another way to turn failure into opportunity is by adopting a long-term perspective. Immediate setbacks often feel devastating, but they are only a small part of your overall journey. Viewing failure through a long-term lens allows you to see it as part of a much larger story, one that includes both wins and losses. This perspective reduces the emotional weight of setbacks and keeps you focused on the bigger picture. Staying curious in the face of failure unlocks new possibilities. Curiosity leads you to ask questions, explore alternatives, and discover new ways of doing things. It transforms failure from a dead end into a path of exploration. Approaching setbacks with curiosity rather than frustration keeps you engaged and open to learning. Opportunities often emerge when you are willing to take risks again. Fear of repeated failure can make it tempting to play it safe, but growth happens outside your comfort zone. Taking calculated risks after failure shows that you trust yourself to handle whatever comes next. This willingness to risk opens doors that would otherwise remain closed. Gratitude also plays a role in transforming failure into opportunity. Being grateful for the lessons learned, even from painful experiences, shifts your focus from loss to gain. Gratitude reminds you that every challenge has value, and that even the toughest moments contribute to your personal development. Practicing gratitude during difficult times helps you stay grounded. Opportunities multiply when you embrace adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and failure forces you to adjust. Learning to adapt quickly and creatively turns setbacks into stepping stones. Adaptability allows you to pivot without losing sight of your goals, making failure a part of the process rather than a barrier. Staying engaged with your passions, even after failure, creates new opportunities. It's easy to lose motivation when things don't go your way, but staying connected to what you love keeps you moving forward. Passion provides the fuel needed to overcome obstacles and keeps you open to new possibilities that align with your values. Letting go of perfectionism creates space for opportunity. The pursuit of perfection makes failure feel catastrophic, but letting go of this mindset allows you to experiment without fear. Opportunities often come from trying things that don't work the first time. Embracing imperfection encourages creativity and innovation. It is also important to develop patience. Many opportunities take time to materialize, and failure can be part of the waiting process. Rushing through setbacks often leads to missed lessons and missed opportunities. Patience allows you to stay present, learn from each experience, and trust that new opportunities will arise at the right time. Finding meaning in failure transforms setbacks into opportunities for personal growth. When you assign meaning to your experiences, even difficult ones, you create a sense of purpose. This sense of purpose keeps you focused and motivated, even when things don't go as planned. Meaningful failure becomes a stepping stone towards something greater. Taking responsibility for your actions is another powerful way to create opportunity from failure. Owning your mistakes allows you to learn from them and make better choices moving forward. It also builds trust with others, creating opportunities for collaboration and growth. Responsibility is not about blame. It is about taking control of your own journey. Building resilience through failure creates lasting opportunities. Each time you bounce back, you become stronger and more prepared for future challenges. Resilience transforms setbacks into opportunities for growth, equipping you with the strength to face whatever comes next. Learning to laugh at your mistakes creates emotional freedom. Humor takes the sting out of failure, making it easier to move forward. When you can laugh at yourself, you disarm fear and anxiety, opening the door to new opportunities. Humor reminds you that failure is just a part of life, not the end of the world. Turning failure into opportunity also involves staying optimistic. Optimism allows you to see setbacks as temporary and challenges as opportunities for growth. It keeps you focused on possibilities rather than obstacles, helping you move forward with hope and determination. Every failure is an opportunity to build character. How you respond to setbacks defines who you become. Choosing to face failure with courage, humility, and resilience strengthens your character and shapes your future. Character built through failure is unshakable. Collaboration opens doors that failure tried to close. Working with others brings new perspectives, ideas, and opportunities that you might not have seen on your own. Collaboration transforms failure into shared learning and collective progress. In the end, turning failure into opportunity is about mindset. When you view failure as a necessary part of growth, it loses its power to hold you back. Opportunities emerge not in spite of failure, but because of it. Embrace each setback as part of your journey, and you will find that failure is not the opposite of success. It is the path to it. Failure leaves a mark, but what determines the future is not the setback. It is how you respond. In the aftermath of any fall, resilience becomes the lifeline that pulls you back to your feet. Resilience is not just about enduring hardship. It's about growing through it, transforming setbacks into fuel for progress. It gives you the strength to face challenges again, knowing they won't break you. Resilience isn't a trait you are born with. It's a skill you build with every step forward. This section explores how to cultivate that inner strength and bounce back, stronger and more determined than before. Resilience begins with acceptance. Before you can move forward, you must acknowledge what has happened without resistance. Many people become stuck because they refuse to accept failure, replaying the event in their minds and wishing it were different. Acceptance frees you from the weight of denial and allows you to focus on what you can change. Building resilience requires self-compassion. It's easy to criticize yourself after a setback, but harsh self-judgment drains the energy you need to recover. Treating yourself with kindness is not weakness. It is essential for healing. Resilience grows when you learn to forgive yourself for your mistakes and allow space for recovery. Perspective shapes resilience. When faced with a challenge, how you interpret it matters more than the challenge itself. Viewing setbacks as part of the process rather than as personal failures allows you to maintain your sense of direction. It helps you remember that failure is temporary and that every setback is a chance to begin again. Resilience thrives when you maintain a sense of purpose. Purpose anchors you during difficult times, giving you a reason to keep going when things get tough. Even when outcomes are uncertain, staying connected to your values and long-term goals helps you navigate setbacks with confidence. Purpose keeps you moving forward, one step at a time. Connection with others strengthens resilience. Support from friends, family, or mentors provides the emotional backing needed to bounce back. Sharing your struggles reduces their weight and reminds you that you are not alone. Resilience isn't built in isolation. It grows through community. Resilient people know how to manage their emotions. It is normal to feel disappointment, frustration, or anger after failure, but those emotions do not have to control your actions. Developing emotional awareness allows you to process your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. Emotional regulation becomes the bridge between setback and recovery. Mindfulness plays a vital role in resilience. Staying present helps prevent your mind from spiraling into fear or regret. When setbacks occur, the temptation is to dwell on the past or worry about the future. Mindfulness brings you back to the present, where solutions can be found and progress can begin. Physical well-being also contributes to resilience. Taking care of your body through rest, nutrition, and exercise gives you the energy needed to face challenges. Fatigue and stress weaken your ability to respond effectively to setbacks. Resilience is as much about taking care of your body as it is about managing your mind. Flexibility enhances resilience by allowing you to adapt to changing circumstances. Life rarely goes according to plan, and rigid thinking creates unnecessary frustration. Resilient individuals adjust their strategies when faced with obstacles, finding new ways to move forward. Flexibility keeps you open to unexpected opportunities that arise from setbacks. Gratitude cultivates resilience by shifting your focus from what went wrong to what remains. Even in difficult moments, there are things to appreciate: lessons learned, support received, or progress made. Gratitude creates mental space for hope, reminding you that setbacks are not the whole story. Resilience also involves setting boundaries. After a setback, it is important to protect your time and energy. Overcommitting yourself or taking on too much slows recovery. Learning to say no to unnecessary distractions allows you to focus on what matters most during challenging times. Optimism fuels resilience. It is not about ignoring difficulties, but about believing that things can improve. Optimism creates the mental environment needed for problem-solving and forward movement. A positive outlook makes it easier to see setbacks as temporary and motivates you to keep trying. Patience is another cornerstone of resilience. Recovery does not happen overnight, and expecting quick fixes only adds to frustration. Patience allows you to trust the process and gives you the endurance needed to navigate setbacks without losing hope. Resilience grows through reflection. Taking time to understand what went wrong and what could be done differently turns setbacks into valuable learning experiences. Reflection helps you avoid repeating mistakes and builds the wisdom needed to face future challenges with greater confidence. Creating small victories rebuilds resilience. After a major setback, Starting with manageable goals restores momentum. Each small win reinforces your belief in your ability to overcome challenges. These wins act as stepping stones, leading you gradually back to your larger goals. Maintaining a growth mindset strengthens resilience. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities for development rather than threats to their abilities. This mindset allows you to embrace difficulties, knowing they contribute to your personal evolution. Resilience grows each time you approach a setback with curiosity and determination. Resilience requires persistence. It is not about avoiding failure, but about continuing to try, even when things don't go as planned. Persistence builds mental toughness, teaching you that setbacks are part of every worthwhile journey. The ability to keep going, despite obstacles, is the foundation of lasting resilience. Resilience also involves letting go of what you cannot control. Holding on to things beyond your influence creates unnecessary stress. Learning to release these burdens frees up energy for the things you can change. Letting go is not giving up. It is choosing where to direct your effort. Clarity of vision supports resilience by providing direction. When setbacks happen, it is easy to lose sight of your goals. Reconnecting with your purpose and realigning your actions with your vision keeps you focused. Clarity creates the mental framework needed to navigate challenges without becoming overwhelmed. Adaptability makes setbacks easier to manage. Life is unpredictable, and resilience grows when you learn to flow with change rather than resist it. Adaptable individuals are not discouraged by detours. They use them as opportunities to explore new paths. Adaptability transforms obstacles into chances for growth. Learning to reframe challenges builds resilience. When you view setbacks as opportunities for growth, they lose their power to discourage you. Reframing allows you to shift your focus from the problem to the possibilities it presents. This mental shift strengthens your ability to bounce back quickly. Resilience involves taking ownership of your response to failure. While you may not control every situation, you always control your attitude and actions. Taking responsibility empowers you to learn from mistakes and move forward with intention. Ownership transforms setbacks into opportunities for personal growth. The ability to find humor in difficult situations enhances resilience. Humor lightens the emotional burden of setbacks, making them easier to navigate. Laughing at your challenges creates emotional distance, allowing you to approach them with a clearer mind. Resilience grows when you learn not to take setbacks too seriously. Creativity plays a key role in resilience. Finding innovative solutions to challenges requires thinking outside the box. Creativity allows you to see setbacks from new angles and discover possibilities you might have missed. It turns obstacles into opportunities for problem solving. Resilience grows when you embrace imperfection. The pursuit of perfection creates unnecessary pressure, making setbacks feel like personal failures. Accepting that mistakes are part of the process allows you to approach challenges with greater ease. Imperfection becomes a teacher, guiding you toward growth. Self-discipline strengthens resilience by helping you stay focused during tough times. Discipline keeps you on track, even when motivation is low. It ensures that your actions align with your goals, regardless of setbacks. Self-discipline turns resilience into a habit, making it easier to bounce back. Resilience requires trust in yourself, the process, and the future. Trusting that you will find your way through challenges provides the mental stability needed to keep going. It creates a sense of inner security, knowing that no setback can define your journey. Emotional awareness deepens resilience. Understanding your emotions allows you to respond intentionally rather than react impulsively. Resilient individuals use emotions as information, not instructions. Emotional awareness creates the space needed to choose actions that align with your values and goals. Setting realistic expectations supports resilience. Unrealistic expectations create disappointment, while realistic ones build confidence. Resilience grows when you learn to set goals that challenge you without overwhelming you. This balance allows you to recover more effectively from setbacks. Resilience is strengthened by rest. Recovery requires time, and pushing yourself too hard delays healing. Rest restores your energy and clears your mind, preparing you for the next challenge. Taking breaks is not a sign of weakness. It is essential for sustainable resilience. Self-awareness plays a central role in resilience. Knowing your strengths and limitations helps you navigate setbacks more effectively. Self-awareness allows you to recognize when you need help and when you need to push through on your own. It creates a foundation of inner clarity. Resilience develops through experience. Each setback teaches you something new, adding to your mental toolkit. Over time, these lessons accumulate, making you better equipped to handle future challenges. Experience transforms setbacks into stepping stones. Hope fuels resilience. Even in difficult times, holding on to hope gives you the strength to keep going. Hope is not blind optimism. It is the belief that better days are ahead, even when the present is tough. Hope creates the emotional foundation needed to recover from setbacks. Resilience requires commitment. It is a choice you make each day to keep going, to keep learning, and to keep growing. Commitment ensures that setbacks are temporary pauses, not permanent stops. When you commit to your journey, resilience becomes your greatest ally. Resilience is not the absence of struggle. It is the ability to move forward, even when the path is unclear. It is the quiet strength that says, "This is hard, but I can do it." Every time you bounce back from a setback, you prove that resilience is within you, ready to carry you through whatever comes next. Resilience shows us that setbacks are not the end. They are where we begin again, stronger. But beyond the strength to rise, failure holds surprising gifts that many never notice. Hidden beneath the surface of every stumble are benefits that transform not just how you recover, but how you live. Embracing failure reveals lessons, opens doors, and shapes perspectives in ways success alone never could. It rewires how you see challenges, and these hidden benefits are waiting for anyone willing to welcome failure as part of the journey. Failure teaches humility, grounding you in reality. When things go wrong, it serves as a reminder that no one is above error. This humility strips away ego, making space for authentic growth. People who embrace their mistakes become more approachable, open to learning, and willing to change. This sense of humility strengthens character and builds deeper connections with others. One of failure's most surprising gifts is that it increases empathy. Experiencing failure helps you understand what it feels like to struggle. You become more sensitive to the challenges others face and more compassionate in your interactions. This empathy fosters meaningful relationships as it shifts your focus from judgment to understanding. Failure forces you to become more resourceful. When a plan falls apart, you are pushed to think creatively and find alternative paths. It sharpens problem-solving skills and teaches you to approach challenges with curiosity. This resourcefulness becomes a valuable asset, not just in setbacks, but in every area of life. Another hidden benefit of failure is that it enhances adaptability. Embracing failure means learning to flow with life's unpredictability rather than resisting it. Each setback teaches you to adjust your plans without losing sight of your goals. Adaptable people thrive in changing environments because they see every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Failure also nurtures gratitude. When success doesn't come easily, you begin to appreciate even the smallest progress. This shift in mindset helps you find joy in the journey rather than waiting for the destination to feel satisfied. Gratitude for the process creates contentment, even when the outcomes aren't perfect. Facing failure strengthens mental endurance. Each setback tests your ability to stay the course, building mental stamina over time. You learn to persist, even when the road is tough, knowing that difficulties are part of the path. This endurance equips you to handle future challenges with greater confidence. Failure often leads to unexpected self-discovery. When things go wrong, you are forced to confront your fears, limitations, and assumptions. These moments of introspection reveal aspects of yourself that may have remained hidden. Failure helps you understand who you are beyond success, allowing for deeper personal growth. Embracing failure cultivates authenticity. People who are unafraid to fail live more honestly, without the need to wear masks or impress others. They accept themselves fully, flaws included, which encourages others to do the same. Authenticity creates freedom and attracts genuine relationships. Another benefit of failure is that it redefines success. Experiencing setbacks shifts your perspective, showing that success is not just about achieving goals, but about who you become in the process. You begin to value the lessons learned along the way, rather than only the end result. Failure enhances emotional resilience. Each time you navigate a setback, your ability to manage emotions improves. You learn not to let frustration or disappointment dictate your actions. This emotional strength keeps you balanced, even when things don't go as planned, allowing you to recover faster. Failure brings clarity to your priorities. When a plan fails, it forces you to reassess what truly matters. Some goals may no longer feel aligned with your values, while others become more important. This clarity ensures that your energy is directed toward meaningful pursuits, not just surface-level achievements. Embracing failure encourages you to take more risks. Once you stop fearing mistakes, you become more willing to explore new ideas and opportunities. Risk-taking leads to innovation, as it allows you to experiment without the pressure of perfection. Some of the greatest breakthroughs happen after repeated failures. Failure builds trust in yourself. Each time you recover from a setback, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. This self-trust becomes a foundation for future decisions, giving you the confidence to pursue bigger goals. Trusting yourself makes it easier to face uncertainty with courage. A lesser-known benefit of failure is that it strengthens your relationships. Vulnerability in failure fosters connection, as it shows others that they are not alone in their struggles. Sharing your setbacks builds trust and encourages mutual support. Relationships built on honesty grow deeper over time. Failure also enhances your ability to handle criticism. Experiencing setbacks makes you less defensive and more open to feedback. You learn to separate constructive advice from personal attacks, using criticism as a tool for improvement. This ability to accept feedback strengthens both personal and professional growth. Embracing failure creates resilience against fear. The more you confront setbacks, the less power fear holds over you. Failure becomes a familiar experience, one that no longer triggers panic or avoidance. This fearless attitude allows you to approach life with greater boldness and curiosity. Failure encourages lifelong learning. Every setback provides an opportunity to acquire new knowledge or skills. Embracing failure keeps you curious and motivated to improve, knowing that each experience adds to your growth. This mindset ensures that learning becomes a continuous part of your journey. Experiencing failure fosters patience. It teaches you that worthwhile things take time and that success often requires multiple attempts. Patience helps you remain calm during setbacks, trusting that progress is being made even when it's not immediately visible. Failure helps develop emotional intelligence. Navigating setbacks requires understanding your emotions and managing them effectively. This self-awareness improves your ability to empathize with others and respond thoughtfully in difficult situations. Emotional intelligence becomes a key asset in both personal and professional life. Another hidden benefit of failure is that it creates space for reinvention. Setbacks often signal that it's time for a new direction. Failure encourages you to explore different paths, try new strategies, and redefine your goals. Reinvention allows you to evolve and grow beyond your initial plans. Failure builds humility by reminding you that mastery is a journey, not a destination. No matter how skilled you become, there will always be room for growth. This humility keeps you grounded, open to learning, and willing to accept help from others when needed. Embracing failure also cultivates perseverance. Each setback tests your commitment, and choosing to keep going strengthens your resolve. Perseverance becomes a habit, one that allows you to overcome challenges and achieve long-term success, even when the journey is difficult. Failure encourages creativity by pushing you to think beyond conventional solutions. When one approach doesn't work, you are forced to explore new possibilities. This creative thinking becomes a powerful tool for problem-solving, allowing you to turn obstacles into opportunities. Embracing failure helps you develop a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. Setbacks often reveal whether a goal truly aligns with your values. This self-awareness ensures that you pursue paths that are meaningful rather than chasing success for its own sake. Failure fosters gratitude for progress. When success isn't immediate, you begin to appreciate every step forward, no matter how small. This gratitude creates motivation to keep going, knowing that each attempt brings you closer to your goal. Experiencing failure sharpens your focus. It forces you to eliminate distractions and prioritize what matters most. This focus ensures that your efforts are directed toward meaningful progress, not wasted on things that don't align with your goals. Failure encourages self-reflection. Each setback provides an opportunity to evaluate your approach, mindset, and actions. Reflection helps you identify patterns and make adjustments, ensuring that each attempt brings you closer to success. A hidden benefit of failure is that it teaches you to embrace uncertainty. Success is not guaranteed, but failure shows that uncertainty is not something to fear. Learning to thrive in uncertainty allows you to approach challenges with confidence, even when the outcome is unclear. Failure promotes resilience by proving that setbacks are not the end. Each time you bounce back, you strengthen your ability to handle future challenges. Resilience ensures that no matter how many times you fall, you have the strength to rise again. Embracing failure develops mental flexibility. It teaches you to let go of rigid thinking and adapt to new circumstances. Mental flexibility ensures that you remain open to change, even when things don't go according to plan. Failure also deepens your appreciation for success. Achievements become more meaningful when they are earned through effort and persistence. This appreciation fosters gratitude, making success feel more rewarding. Experiencing failure builds authenticity. When you embrace your setbacks, you show up as your true self, unafraid of judgment. Authenticity attracts genuine relationships and creates a sense of inner peace. Failure reminds you that progress is not always linear. Setbacks are part of the process, and each one brings valuable lessons. Embracing the journey ensures that you remain committed, even when progress is slow. Failure teaches you to value the present moment. It shows that waiting for perfect conditions is a waste of time. Embracing each moment, with its challenges and opportunities, allows you to make the most of every experience. Failure encourages you to take ownership of your journey. When you accept responsibility for your actions, you gain control over your progress. Ownership ensures that setbacks become opportunities for growth rather than reasons to quit. Embracing failure builds trust in the process. It teaches you that every experience, whether good or bad, contributes to your development. Trusting the process ensures that you remain patient, even when success feels distant. Failure cultivates a mindset of gratitude, resilience, and curiosity, one that transforms every setback into an opportunity for growth. It teaches you that success is not defined by the absence of failure, but by the lessons learned along the way. With each stumble, you are not falling behind. You are becoming who you are meant to be. Failure offers more than just lessons. It provides a mirror. Through self-reflection, that mirror reveals patterns, beliefs, and behaviors often overlooked in the rush of life. When you pause to analyze your setbacks, growth becomes intentional. Self-reflection transforms mistakes into milestones, offering clarity where confusion once lived. It is not simply about looking back. It is about learning, adjusting, and stepping forward with greater awareness. Every experience holds something to teach, and self-reflection is the key to unlocking that wisdom. Now, let's explore how reflection deepens your understanding and fuels your progress. Self-reflection begins with honesty. To analyze your failures effectively, you must be willing to face the truth without distortion or excuses. This honesty lays the foundation for meaningful change. Without it, reflection becomes a mere recounting of events, missing the deeper insights hidden within. A useful aspect of self-reflection is identifying patterns. Failures are rarely isolated. They often follow recurring behaviors or habits. When you recognize these patterns, you gain the power to change them. Reflecting on what went wrong reveals these cycles, allowing you to break free from repeating the same mistakes. Self-reflection also encourages you to assess your mindset. The thoughts you carry into challenges influence how you respond to them. Negative self-talk or limiting beliefs can shape outcomes in subtle ways. Reflection helps you spot these mental roadblocks, giving you the opportunity to replace them with more constructive thoughts. Another valuable outcome of reflection is discovering blind spots. These are areas of your behavior or thinking that you may not have noticed before. Failure exposes these blind spots, and self-reflection brings them to light. Awareness is the first step toward growth, and identifying blind spots gives you the clarity to make necessary adjustments. Self-reflection deepens emotional intelligence. It allows you to explore the emotions that surface during failure, disappointment, frustration, or fear. Understanding these emotions gives you greater control over how they affect your future actions. Emotional intelligence ensures that setbacks do not dictate your behavior. Reflecting on your failures offers insight into your decision-making process. It helps you understand whether your choices were guided by fear, impulse, or careful thought. This insight allows you to refine your decision-making skills, leading to more intentional actions in the future. Reflection also provides the chance to evaluate your preparation. Some failures occur not because of a lack of ability, but due to insufficient planning. Analyzing where preparation fell short helps you identify what needs improvement before taking on the next challenge. Another benefit of self-reflection is recognizing the role of external factors. Sometimes failure happens due to circumstances beyond your control. Acknowledging these factors prevents you from taking unnecessary blame. It helps you distinguish between what is within your influence and what is not. Self-reflection also reveals strengths hidden within failures. Even when things go wrong, there are often elements you handled well. Identifying these strengths builds confidence and encourages you to leverage them in future situations. Reflection shows you that failure does not erase your capabilities. It highlights areas where you already excel. Analyzing failures also encourages self-compassion. It reminds you that growth takes time and that mistakes are part of the process. Self-compassion prevents you from being overly critical and helps you move forward with kindness toward yourself. Reflection with compassion creates a space where real progress can happen. Self-reflection encourages you to ask deeper questions. Instead of only focusing on what went wrong, it prompts you to explore why it mattered to you in the first place. Understanding the emotional investment behind your goals helps you reconnect with your purpose and realign your actions accordingly. Reflection also offers perspective. It helps you see the bigger picture, placing your failures in the context of your overall journey. This perspective reduces the emotional weight of setbacks, reminding you that every experience contributes to your growth, even the difficult ones. Analyzing failures fosters humility. It reminds you that no one is immune to mistakes, no matter how experienced or skilled they are. This humility keeps you open to feedback and new learning opportunities, making you more adaptable and resilient. Self-reflection reveals the influence of external pressures on your decisions. Sometimes, failures occur because you pursued goals that were not truly your own, but rather shaped by societal expectations or other people's opinions. Recognizing this influence helps you set goals that align with your values moving forward. Reflecting on your failures helps you refine your priorities. It allows you to identify which goals still hold meaning and which ones no longer serve you. Adjusting your priorities based on reflection ensures that your future efforts are directed toward what truly matters to you. Through self-reflection, you develop better coping strategies. It helps you analyze how you reacted emotionally to setbacks and whether those reactions served you well. This insight allows you to adopt healthier coping mechanisms, ensuring that future challenges are met with greater emotional stability. Analyzing your failures encourages proactive learning. Instead of waiting for future mistakes to teach you lessons, reflection helps you anticipate challenges. It equips you with the foresight needed to approach upcoming tasks with greater preparation and awareness. Self-reflection also strengthens your ability to handle criticism. When you reflect on your mistakes with an open mind, you become more receptive to feedback from others. This openness accelerates your learning process and fosters continuous growth. Reflection teaches you the value of perseverance. It helps you recognize that most failures are not final. They are moments of learning. This realization builds the mental endurance needed to keep trying, knowing that each attempt brings you closer to your goal. Analyzing failures creates a mindset of ownership. Reflection encourages you to take responsibility for your actions rather than placing blame on others or circumstances. Ownership empowers you to make meaningful changes and move forward with greater control over your outcomes. Self-reflection also reveals the importance of boundaries. It helps you assess whether overcommitting or neglecting self-care contributed to your setbacks. Recognizing these patterns allows you to set healthier boundaries moving forward, ensuring that you have the energy to pursue your goals effectively. Reflection allows you to evaluate your communication skills. Miscommunication or unresolved conflicts often contribute to setbacks. Analyzing these moments helps you improve how you interact with others, fostering better collaboration in future endeavors. Through reflection, you also learn to celebrate progress, not just outcomes. It helps you appreciate the effort and lessons gained, even when success is delayed. This mindset encourages continuous learning and growth, regardless of immediate results. Analyzing your failures helps you recognize moments of courage. Even in setbacks, there are acts of bravery, whether in taking a risk or speaking up for yourself. Identifying these moments builds self-trust and encourages you to approach future challenges with the same courage. Self-reflection fosters resilience by helping you identify strategies that worked, even if the outcome wasn't as expected. These insights become part of your toolkit, equipping you to face future challenges with confidence and adaptability. Reflection also nurtures gratitude for the journey. It reminds you that every experience, even the difficult ones, contributes to who you are becoming. This gratitude shifts your focus from frustration to appreciation, creating a more positive outlook on setbacks. Analyzing failures promotes personal accountability. It encourages you to examine how your actions and decisions contributed to the outcome. This accountability builds integrity and ensures that you approach future challenges with greater intention. Reflection deepens your understanding of your limits. It helps you recognize when to push forward and when to step back. This self-awareness ensures that you respect your limits while also challenging yourself to grow. Self-reflection also highlights the importance of timing. It helps you see whether external conditions influence the outcome, teaching you to align your actions with the right opportunities in the future. This awareness enhances your ability to make strategic decisions. Analyzing your setbacks helps you develop patience with the process. It reminds you that growth is gradual and that success often comes after multiple attempts. This patience fosters persistence and keeps you focused on long-term goals. Reflection allows you to assess whether fear influenced your decisions. It helps you identify moments when fear held you back, giving you the opportunity to address it moving forward. This awareness ensures that fear does not limit your potential. Through self-reflection, you also learn to manage expectations. It helps you recognize whether unrealistic expectations contributed to your frustration. Adjusting your expectations ensures that your goals remain challenging yet achievable. Analyzing failures encourages self-improvement. It highlights areas for growth and provides a roadmap for personal development. This mindset ensures that every setback becomes a step toward becoming your best self. Self-reflection teaches you to embrace uncertainty. It reminds you that not everything will go as planned and that flexibility is essential. This acceptance of uncertainty creates mental freedom and reduces anxiety in future challenges. Reflection helps you identify when persistence is necessary and when it's time to pivot. It provides clarity on whether continuing a particular path serves your long-term goals. This discernment ensures that your efforts remain aligned with your values. Through self-reflection, you develop greater emotional balance. It helps you process setbacks without being overwhelmed by them. This emotional stability ensures that you recover more quickly and approach future challenges with a calm mind. Analyzing failures builds foresight. It equips you with the ability to anticipate obstacles and develop strategies to overcome them. This foresight enhances your problem-solving skills and prepares you for future challenges. Self-reflection also strengthens your sense of purpose. It helps you reconnect with your motivations and ensures that your actions align with your core values. This alignment creates a sense of fulfillment, even when setbacks occur. In the end, self-reflection transforms every failure into a powerful lesson. It turns setbacks into opportunities for growth and ensures that each experience brings you closer to your goals. With reflection, failure becomes not just a challenge to overcome, but a teacher to learn from, guiding you toward a future built on wisdom and resilience. Self-reflection reveals the value hidden in setbacks. But what if failure itself was never the problem? What if the issue lies in how failure is defined? The Stoics viewed failure differently, not as an endpoint, but as part of life's rhythm. To them, failure was not something to be feared, avoided, or regretted, but a necessary step toward wisdom and growth. Redefining failure through this Stoic lens transforms your experience of setbacks. Instead of dragging you down, failure becomes a teacher, guiding you toward resilience, purpose, and inner peace. Now, let's explore how embracing a Stoic perspective on failure reshapes your path forward. Failure, according to Stoicism, is neutral. It has no inherent meaning until you assign one. Events in life are neither good nor bad. It's your interpretation that creates distress. When failure occurs, it is not the event itself that hurts, but the way you think about it. Redefining failure means recognizing that your thoughts, not the failure, shape your experience. The Stoics believed that failure is feedback, not a personal flaw. Every mistake provides information about what doesn't work, moving you closer to what does. Viewing failure as feedback removes the emotional weight from setbacks. It shifts the focus from shame to curiosity, encouraging you to treat life as an experiment rather than a performance. Failure is also an opportunity to practice detachment. Stoicism teaches that peace comes from letting go of things beyond your control. Outcomes are often outside your influence, no matter how well you plan. Redefining failure means releasing the need to control results and focusing instead on your efforts. This shift fosters inner peace, even when things don't go as expected. The Stoic view of failure emphasizes effort over outcome. Success and failure are fleeting, but the effort you invest in something is always within your control. When you value effort over results, setbacks become milestones on the journey, not indicators of worth. This mindset ensures that failure never defines you. It simply refines your path. Failure also reveals what truly matters. When plans fall apart, you are forced to reassess your goals. Some things you thought were essential may lose importance, while new values come into focus. Redefining failure through this lens ensures that each setback brings clarity, aligning your actions with your highest priorities. The Stoics understood that failure builds resilience. Each setback strengthens your ability to endure hardship with grace. Redefining failure as part of life's natural rhythm allows you to develop mental toughness, knowing that challenges are not barriers, but opportunities to grow stronger. Failure offers a chance to practice humility. The Stoics believed that arrogance is the enemy of wisdom. Redefining failure as a humbling experience opens the door to greater learning. When you approach mistakes with humility, you become more receptive to lessons that success alone cannot teach. Stoicism encourages you to embrace the present moment, even in failure. Dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future outcomes creates unnecessary suffering. Redefining failure means learning to stay present, focusing on what you can do now rather than what you wish had happened. This practice of mindfulness fosters clarity and calm. The Stoic perspective reminds you that failure is universal. No one is exempt from setbacks, no matter how skilled or experienced they are. Redefining failure as a shared experience removes the isolation that often accompanies mistakes. It reminds you that failure is not a personal failing, but part of being human. Failure also cultivates patience. The Stoics believed that meaningful change takes time and effort. Redefining failure helps you develop the patience needed to persevere. When you understand that success is built on a foundation of setbacks, you are more willing to keep going, even when progress feels slow. Stoic wisdom teaches that failure is a lesson in self-mastery. Setbacks reveal your emotional triggers, and help you learn to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Redefining failure as a tool for self-discipline transforms it into a practice ground for emotional resilience and mental clarity. The Stoics believed that you should not attach your self-worth to external achievements. Redefining failure means recognizing that your value does not depend on success or the absence of mistakes. This shift liberates you from the pressure to prove yourself, allowing you to pursue goals freely without fear of judgment. Failure, when viewed through a Stoic lens, is a chance to build inner freedom. The Stoics taught that true freedom comes from controlling your inner world, not external events. Redefining failure means seeing setbacks as moments where you reclaim control over your thoughts and actions, independent of circumstances. Failure also strengthens your ability to accept uncertainty. The Stoics embraced the unpredictability of life, understanding that control is an illusion. Redefining failure helps you become comfortable with uncertainty, allowing you to navigate life's twists and turns with confidence rather than fear. The Stoics believed that adversity, including failure, reveals character. How you respond to setbacks defines who you are. Redefining failure as a test of character ensures that each challenge becomes an opportunity to demonstrate courage, integrity, and perseverance. Failure teaches you to focus on process over outcome. The Stoics emphasized the importance of engaging fully in the task at hand, regardless of the result. Redefining failure means valuing the process itself, knowing that mastery is achieved through consistent effort, not instant success. The Stoic approach encourages you to view failure as a reset button, not a dead end. Each setback offers a chance to reassess, recalibrate, and begin anew. Redefining failure means understanding that endings are often beginnings in disguise, leading you toward better opportunities. Stoicism teaches that failure is not about losing, it's about learning. Redefining failure shifts the focus from winning or losing to growing and improving. This mindset ensures that every experience, no matter how challenging, contributes to your development. The Stoic view of failure emphasizes the importance of perspective. Setbacks that feel overwhelming in the moment often appear smaller in hindsight. Redefining failure means adopting a long-term perspective, knowing that today's obstacles are part of a larger journey. Redefining failure also cultivates gratitude. The Stoics believed in finding value in every experience, even difficult ones. Failure teaches you to appreciate the lessons that challenges bring, fostering a sense of gratitude for the journey rather than just the destination. Stoic wisdom reminds you that failure is not final, it's fluid. Life is a series of ups and downs, and setbacks are part of the flow. Redefining failure means understanding that no situation is permanent, allowing you to move forward with hope, knowing that change is always possible. The Stoic approach encourages you to separate what happens from how you feel about it. Failure becomes less intimidating when you realize that your emotions are not tied to the event itself, but to your interpretation. Redefining failure empowers you to choose how you respond. Redefining failure also enhances focus. When you release the fear of mistakes, your mind becomes clearer and more focused on the task at hand. This mental clarity allows you to perform at your best, knowing that setbacks are part of the process, not reasons to stop. Failure, through the Stoic lens, offers a unique kind of freedom, the freedom to act without fear of judgment. Redefining failure means understanding that mistakes are not personal indictments, but opportunities for growth. This freedom encourages boldness and creativity. The Stoic perspective teaches that failure is not an obstacle, but a bridge. Each setback moves you closer to understanding what works and what doesn't. Redefining failure ensures that you see challenges not as roadblocks, but as necessary steps on the path to mastery. Failure becomes less daunting when viewed as part of the human experience. Redefining failure allows you to connect with others through shared challenges, fostering empathy and mutual support. This connection reminds you that you are not alone in your struggles. The Stoics believed in living with intention, regardless of outcomes. Redefining failure means focusing on your efforts and values rather than external validation. This mindset ensures that your actions align with your principles, even when results are uncertain. Redefining failure also reduces anxiety. When you stop fearing mistakes, you create mental space for exploration and learning. This freedom from anxiety fosters curiosity, allowing you to approach challenges with an open mind. The Stoic view of failure encourages self-trust. Each setback is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. Redefining failure strengthens this trust, building confidence that carries you through future challenges. Failure, when redefined, becomes a mirror reflecting your growth. It shows how far you've come and what still needs work. This reflection fosters self-awareness, ensuring that every experience, no matter how difficult, contributes to your journey. Through the Stoic lens, failure becomes a call to action. It invites you to rise, try again, and keep moving forward. Redefining failure ensures that setbacks become stepping stones, guiding you toward a life of meaning, purpose, and resilience. Redefining failure opens the door to transformation, but stepping through that door requires a shift in mindset. A growth mindset turns setbacks into springboards, allowing you to see failures not as dead ends, but as opportunities for progress. This mindset doesn't come naturally. It must be built, especially after experiencing failure. The real challenge lies in rewiring your thoughts to embrace challenges, persist through obstacles, and value effort over outcomes. Now, let's explore the essential steps to cultivate a growth mindset and use failure as a catalyst for personal growth. Building a growth mindset begins with self-awareness. Understanding how you react to failure allows you to identify fixed beliefs that may be holding you back. Noticing patterns in your thinking, like believing you're not good enough after a setback, is the first step in changing these thoughts. A crucial part of shifting your mindset is recognizing that abilities can grow. The idea that talent is fixed is an illusion. Each time you practice, learn, or make an effort, you stretch your capabilities. This belief that growth is possible becomes the foundation for transforming how you view failure. Adopting a learner's mindset is essential. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, ask what the experience can teach you. Failure becomes a source of education, offering valuable insights. Curiosity replaces frustration, making every setback an opportunity to gain knowledge. Setting goals that challenge you just beyond your current ability helps develop a growth mindset. When goals are slightly out of reach, they push you to expand your skills. Each step toward these goals builds confidence, even if you don't achieve them right away. Valuing effort over results shifts your focus from outcomes to progress. A growth mindset thrives on the belief that the process of learning is more important than immediate success. This attitude encourages perseverance, even when results are not instant. Reframing challenges as opportunities fuels a growth mindset. Obstacles are not signs that you should quit. They are invitations to grow stronger. Embracing challenges with enthusiasm strengthens your ability to persevere, no matter how difficult the journey. It is essential to embrace feedback, even when it's uncomfortable. A fixed mindset sees feedback as criticism, but a growth mindset views it as guidance. Learning from others helps you adjust your strategies and build on your strengths, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Surrounding yourself with people who have a growth mindset reinforces your own. Being around individuals who value learning and persistence inspires you to adopt similar attitudes. Positive environments cultivate resilience, making it easier to bounce back from failure. Mindfulness plays a role in nurturing a growth mindset. Staying present allows you to focus on the task at hand rather than being overwhelmed by future worries or past regrets. Mindfulness keeps your attention on progress, no matter how small, and prevents you from getting stuck. Creating small wins builds momentum. After a setback, setting small, achievable goals restores confidence. Each small win reminds you that progress is possible, no matter how far you feel from success. These victories fuel motivation to keep moving forward. A growth mindset also requires letting go of perfectionism. The need to get everything right stifles creativity and increases fear of failure. Embracing imperfection allows you to experiment freely, knowing that mistakes are part of the process. Practicing gratitude fosters a growth mindset by shifting your focus from what's lacking to what's already been achieved. Gratitude for effort, lessons learned, and progress encourages you to keep going, even when success feels distant. Visualizing growth helps reinforce a positive mindset. When you see yourself learning, improving, and overcoming challenges, you create mental pathways that support real change. Visualization strengthens your belief in your ability to grow through effort. Learning to embrace discomfort builds mental toughness. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone, where things feel uncertain and challenging. Each time you push through discomfort, you expand your capacity to handle difficulties with grace. Being patient with yourself is essential. Growth takes time, and expecting immediate results leads to frustration. A growth mindset understands that meaningful change requires patience, persistence, and consistent effort. It's also important to celebrate failures as milestones. A growth mindset acknowledges that each setback is proof of effort and progress. Celebrating these moments reduces fear and encourages you to keep trying, knowing that failure is a sign of growth. Reflection is a powerful tool in developing a growth mindset. Taking time to review what worked and what didn't helps you learn from your experiences. Reflection ensures that you grow wiser with each attempt, refining your approach over time. Managing your inner dialogue is key to building a growth mindset. Thoughts like, "I'll never get this right," block progress, while reframing them as, "I'm still learning," keeps you motivated. Positive self-talk nurtures resilience and helps you stay on track. A growth mindset also involves embracing uncertainty. Not knowing the outcome is part of every journey, but it doesn't have to stop you. Accepting uncertainty allows you to move forward with confidence, even when the path ahead is unclear. Consistency is the backbone of a growth mindset. Progress happens through daily effort, not occasional bursts of motivation. Developing habits that align with your goals ensures that you stay committed, even when the journey feels long. Learning from others' failures strengthens your mindset. Seeing how others overcame setbacks reminds you that failure is a shared experience. Their stories inspire persistence and provide strategies for overcoming challenges in your own life. Viewing failure as part of success redefines how you approach your goals. A growth mindset understands that success is built on a series of attempts, each contributing to the final outcome. Failure becomes part of the story, not a reason to stop. Developing self-discipline is essential for a growth mindset. Discipline keeps you moving forward, even when motivation fades. It ensures that your actions align with your long-term goals, creating steady progress over time. A growth mindset requires a willingness to adapt. Flexibility allows you to pivot when things don't go as planned. Each adaptation teaches you to approach challenges with creativity, ensuring that obstacles become opportunities for new solutions. Recognizing the value of effort encourages you to stay committed. Even when results are not immediate, the process of trying builds skills and strengthens character. Effort is never wasted. It lays the groundwork for future success. Practicing kindness toward yourself builds resilience. A growth mindset thrives on self-compassion, understanding that mistakes are part of learning. Treating yourself with kindness after setbacks creates the emotional safety needed to keep going. A growth mindset encourages you to take risks. Fear of failure diminishes when you see setbacks as opportunities to learn. Taking calculated risks becomes a habit, expanding your horizons and opening doors to new possibilities. Building mental flexibility ensures that challenges don't derail your progress. A growth mindset allows you to shift strategies without losing sight of your goals. Flexibility ensures that you remain adaptable even in uncertain situations. Recognizing the role of persistence reinforces your commitment. A growth mindset understands that success is not achieved overnight. Each attempt, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture of growth and achievement. Fostering a sense of purpose strengthens your mindset. When your efforts align with your values, setbacks become easier to navigate. Purpose provides the motivation to keep going, knowing that each step brings you closer to your goals. Learning to focus on what you can control ensures that setbacks don't overwhelm you. A growth mindset emphasizes effort and attitude over external outcomes. This focus keeps you grounded, even when circumstances are challenging. A growth mindset values questions over answers. Curiosity drives learning, encouraging you to explore new ideas and perspectives. Each question asked deepens your understanding and broadens your ability to solve problems. Building a network of support nurtures your growth mindset. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage learning and persistence keeps you motivated. Supportive environments create a sense of belonging, making it easier to face challenges. A growth mindset celebrates progress in all forms. Whether the steps forward are large or small, every effort counts. Recognizing progress fuels motivation and reinforces your belief in the power of consistent effort. Learning to let go of comparisons builds mental freedom. A growth mindset focuses on your own progress, not how others are doing. This shift allows you to celebrate your journey without the pressure to meet external expectations. Building resilience strengthens your mindset. Each time you recover from a setback, you prove to yourself that you can overcome challenges. Resilience becomes a habit, ensuring that failure is never the end of the road. A growth mindset understands that mastery takes time. Skills develop through repetition and reflection. Embracing the process ensures that you stay committed, knowing that each step forward contributes to long-term success. Seeing failure as a teacher keeps you open to learning. A growth mindset views mistakes as lessons, not defeats. This openness creates a sense of curiosity and excitement, making every challenge an opportunity to grow. Another step in building a growth mindset is trusting yourself. Believing in your ability to grow, learn, and adapt gives you the confidence to face challenges head-on. Trust in yourself ensures that, no matter the outcome, you have the strength to keep moving forward. Trusting yourself sets the stage for personal growth, but without accountability, even the best intentions can falter. Accountability forces you to confront your actions, choices, and the role you play in every outcome, both good and bad. Owning your failures is not about blame, it's about taking control. When you stop making excuses and accept responsibility, you unlock the ability to change, improve, and move forward with clarity. Accountability is a powerful tool for growth because it shifts focus from what happened to what you can do next. Now, let's explore how embracing accountability transforms failure into progress. Accountability begins with self-honesty. You cannot grow if you are unwilling to acknowledge the truth about your actions. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for failure, but taking full responsibility is the first step toward regaining control over your journey. Taking ownership means recognizing the role your decisions played in the outcome. It requires a deep level of introspection to understand how your choices, attitudes, or habits may have contributed to the setback. This clarity allows you to pinpoint what needs to change moving forward. Accountability encourages you to replace excuses with solutions. Rather than dwelling on reasons why things didn't work out, focus on what you can do differently next time. This mindset fosters problem solving and ensures that failure becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Owning your failures fosters a sense of empowerment. When you accept responsibility, you reclaim your ability to act. It reminds you that while you cannot control every outcome, you have control over your response and future choices. This empowerment fuels resilience and persistence. Being accountable also helps you maintain integrity. Honesty with yourself and others strengthens trust and credibility. People respect those who admit their mistakes and work to correct them. Accountability builds character, reinforcing your reputation as someone who can be relied on. Embracing accountability requires humility. It forces you to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself and accept that you are not always right. This humility keeps you open to learning and growing, preventing arrogance from blocking your progress. Accountability is a form of self-discipline. It demands consistency in your actions and adherence to your commitments. By holding yourself accountable, you develop the discipline needed to follow through on your goals, even when motivation wanes. Being accountable also enhances emotional maturity. It teaches you to manage your reactions and take responsibility for your emotions instead of projecting them onto others. This emotional maturity ensures that you approach setbacks with calm and clarity, not blame or frustration. Accountability encourages growth through reflection. After a failure, reviewing your actions and decisions helps you understand what went wrong. This reflection provides insights that refine your approach and make future efforts more effective. Taking ownership of your failures also strengthens your problem-solving skills. When you stop deflecting responsibility, you focus on finding actionable solutions. This proactive mindset ensures that setbacks become opportunities to improve, not reasons to quit. Owning your mistakes builds trust with others. People value honesty, especially in difficult situations. When you acknowledge your role in a failure, it creates space for collaboration and mutual understanding, strengthening personal and professional relationships. Accountability also requires vulnerability. Admitting mistakes can feel uncomfortable, but it demonstrates courage and authenticity. Vulnerability invites others to be honest as well, fostering deeper connections and creating environments where growth is encouraged. Taking responsibility fosters personal accountability beyond failures. It sets a standard for how you approach your goals and daily habits. When you develop the habit of accountability, it becomes second nature to assess your actions and adjust them for better results. Accountability pushes you to set realistic expectations. It forces you to be honest about your limits and capabilities, ensuring that your goals align with what is achievable. This honesty prevents burnout and creates sustainable progress. Holding yourself accountable also increases motivation. When you track your progress and acknowledge areas for improvement, it reignites your commitment to your goals. Each step forward becomes a reminder that you are in control of your journey. Accountability enhances self-awareness. By regularly assessing your actions, you become more conscious of your habits, strengths, and areas that need improvement. This awareness helps you make intentional choices that align with your long-term vision. Taking responsibility for failures encourages persistence. When you own your setbacks, you no longer see them as reasons to quit, but as lessons to apply. This persistence ensures that challenges strengthen your resolve rather than discourage you. Accountability shifts your focus from outcome to effort. It reminds you that while results matter, the quality of your effort is within your control. This mindset keeps you grounded and motivated, even when success is not immediate. Owning your failures teaches resilience. Each time you take responsibility and try again, you build mental toughness. Accountability ensures that no failure is wasted. It becomes a building block for future success. Being accountable helps you manage setbacks with grace. Instead of reacting impulsively, you learn to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. This emotional balance ensures that failures do not derail your progress. Accountability encourages you to ask for help when needed. Recognizing when you need support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Seeking guidance allows you to grow through collaboration and learn from others' experiences. Taking responsibility also builds credibility in professional settings. Colleagues and employers value individuals who own their mistakes and work to correct them. Accountability demonstrates reliability, making you a trusted partner and leader. Accountability promotes consistency in your actions. When you commit to being accountable, you create a pattern of behavior that aligns with your values. This consistency builds momentum, making it easier to maintain progress over time. Owning your failures fosters a growth mindset. It reinforces the belief that mistakes are part of learning, not indicators of personal worth. This mindset ensures that setbacks are met with curiosity and determination rather than fear or shame. Being accountable helps you develop better time management skills. By taking responsibility for how you use your time, you become more intentional about prioritizing tasks that move you closer to your goals. This focus ensures that you make meaningful progress each day. Accountability strengthens your ability to manage stress. When you own your actions, you reduce the mental burden of blame and guilt. This mental clarity allows you to handle challenges with greater ease and focus. Taking responsibility encourages adaptability. When plans fail, accountability prompts you to reassess and adjust. This flexibility ensures that setbacks become opportunities for innovation and new strategies. Accountability reinforces personal integrity. It ensures that your actions align with your values, even when no one is watching. This alignment creates inner peace and a sense of fulfillment, knowing that you are living authentically. Owning your failures builds confidence. Each time you take responsibility and overcome a setback, you strengthen your belief in your ability to handle challenges. This confidence empowers you to take on bigger goals with courage. Accountability encourages self-compassion. Recognizing that mistakes are part of the process allows you to treat yourself with kindness. This self-compassion creates a positive environment for growth, reducing the fear of failure. Taking responsibility also helps you break unproductive habits. Accountability forces you to confront behaviors that hinder your progress, creating space for new, healthier habits to form. Accountability enhances decision-making skills. When you take ownership of your choices, you become more thoughtful about the decisions you make. This intentionality ensures that each choice moves you closer to your goals. Owning your mistakes fosters creativity. When you stop fearing failure, you become more willing to take risks and explore new ideas. This creativity opens doors to unexpected opportunities and solutions. Accountability strengthens your relationships with others. Admitting when you are wrong builds trust and respect. It shows that you value honesty and are committed to growth, creating stronger personal and professional connections. Taking responsibility encourages long-term thinking. Accountability forces you to consider the consequences of your actions and align them with your future goals. This foresight ensures that your efforts are sustainable and meaningful. Being accountable helps you develop patience. It reminds you that progress takes time and that setbacks are part of the journey. This patience fosters resilience, allowing you to stay committed even when the road is challenging. Accountability promotes continuous learning. Each failure becomes a source of insight, providing lessons that guide future efforts. This commitment to learning ensures that you grow with each experience. Taking ownership of your failures creates a sense of freedom. When you stop blaming others or external factors, you release the mental weight of victimhood. This freedom empowers you to move forward with confidence and purpose. Accountability encourages goal setting. When you commit to owning your actions, you become more intentional about setting achievable goals. This intentionality ensures that your efforts are focused and aligned with your vision. Owning your failures cultivates gratitude. It helps you appreciate the lessons learned and the progress made, even in difficult times. This gratitude creates a positive mindset, fueling motivation to keep moving forward. Accountability builds inner strength. Each time you take responsibility and overcome a setback, you prove to yourself that you are capable of growth. This inner strength ensures that you approach challenges with courage and determination. Taking responsibility ensures that you remain in control of your journey. It reminds you that setbacks are not the end. They are opportunities for new beginnings. With accountability, every failure becomes a chapter in your story of growth and success. Accountability unlocks freedom by placing the power to change firmly in your hands, but wisdom is what helps guide those changes with clarity. Stoic philosophy offers more than just strategies for endurance. It reshapes the way you view failure entirely. To the Stoics, failure is not a setback. It is a natural part of the journey towards self-mastery. Their teachings show how to turn mistakes into meaningful growth, cultivating inner peace and strength. Let's now dive into how Stoic wisdom can transform your relationship with failure, so that every challenge becomes a stepping stone toward a more resilient, fulfilling life. The Stoics teach that events, including failure, are neutral until you assign meaning to them. What happens does not hurt you. How you interpret it does. This approach shifts your energy from dwelling on failure to managing your thoughts about it, placing control back into your hands. By focusing on what is within your control, Stoicism helps you let go of unproductive worries. Outcomes are rarely fully within your influence, but your effort and attitude are. This mindset relieves the pressure of perfection, allowing you to try without fear of failing. Stoicism encourages embracing obstacles as part of life's flow. Rather than resisting setbacks, you learn to work with them, using each challenge to refine your abilities. This approach builds resilience by showing that every difficulty has value, even if it's not obvious at first. The philosophy also teaches the importance of practicing detachment. Failure only stings when your sense of self-worth is tied to external outcomes. Learning to detach from results liberates you, making it easier to approach challenges with curiosity rather than anxiety. Stoic wisdom invites you to prepare for difficulties. Anticipating that things might not go as planned reduces the emotional shock of failure. This mental rehearsal, called premeditation, ensures that when setbacks arise, you meet them with calm acceptance. Failure becomes less intimidating when viewed as an opportunity for self-mastery. The Stoics saw each challenge as a way to develop virtues such as patience, courage, and humility. Every mistake becomes a chance to refine your character and align your actions with your values. Stoicism also encourages you to find meaning in adversity. When failure strikes, it prompts you to reflect on what truly matters. This process helps you reconnect with your purpose, ensuring that setbacks do not derail you, but redirect you toward your deeper goals. The philosophy emphasizes the impermanence of all things, including failure. No setback is final, and no success is permanent. Understanding this truth creates mental balance, allowing you to ride the waves of life without becoming overwhelmed by temporary outcomes. Stoic teachings foster emotional regulation by helping you respond rather than react. When failure occurs, you pause, reflect, and act thoughtfully instead of being driven by frustration or fear. This emotional discipline ensures that you make better decisions even under pressure. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoicism is that your worth is not tied to outcomes. Whether you succeed or fail, your value remains intact. This perspective frees you from the need for external validation, giving you the confidence to pursue your goals without hesitation. The Stoic practice of journaling deepens your understanding of failure. Reflecting on your experiences allows you to identify patterns, refine your approach, and track progress over time. This habit turns setbacks into valuable lessons that guide your personal evolution. Stoicism teaches that failure is not an enemy, but a teacher. Each mistake offers insights into areas for growth, highlighting both strengths and weaknesses. Embracing failure as a teacher fosters humility, ensuring that you remain open to learning at every stage. Practicing gratitude for setbacks changes your relationship with failure. Gratitude shifts your focus from what went wrong to what was gained through the experience. This positive perspective ensures that even challenges contribute to your growth and fulfillment. The Stoics remind you that progress is not always visible in the moment. Just because you can't see immediate results doesn't mean growth isn't happening. Patience allows you to trust the process, knowing that each effort, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Stoicism emphasizes action over overthinking. Failure can sometimes lead to paralysis, where fear of making another mistake stops you from moving forward. Stoic wisdom teaches you to act anyway, understanding that inaction is often more damaging than an imperfect attempt. The philosophy encourages you to shift from outcome-driven goals to effort-based goals. Instead of focusing solely on the result, you measure success by how well you engage in the process. This shift reduces the emotional weight of failure, making it easier to stay motivated. Stoicism helps you accept that some things are beyond your control. Failure often feels unbearable because you resist what has already happened. Accepting reality as it is, not as you wish it to be, brings peace and allows you to focus on the next steps. The practice of Stoic reflection, or evening review, ensures continuous improvement. At the end of each day, you reflect on your actions and assess what could be done better. This daily habit ensures that every failure contributes to personal growth. The philosophy teaches you to embrace voluntary discomfort. By intentionally facing small challenges, you build mental toughness that prepares you for larger setbacks. This practice ensures that when failure occurs, you are ready to meet it with strength and composure. Stoic wisdom helps you separate your identity from your actions. You are not defined by your failures or your successes. This detachment allows you to pursue your goals freely, knowing that mistakes are part of the process, not reflections of who you are. Failure, through a Stoic lens, becomes a form of training. Each setback refines your ability to persevere, adapt, and grow. This perspective ensures that no experience is wasted. Every challenge serves a purpose in shaping the person you are becoming. Stoicism encourages you to adopt a long-term view. Setbacks feel less significant when you see them as part of a larger journey. This perspective ensures that failure does not discourage you, but motivates you to keep moving forward, knowing that progress takes time. The philosophy also emphasizes the importance of focusing on your inner world. External events, including failure, are beyond your control, but your thoughts, emotions, and actions are not. This focus on inner mastery ensures that no setback can disrupt your peace. Stoic teachings remind you to embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome only creates frustration. Accepting uncertainty allows you to approach challenges with flexibility, adapting to whatever comes your way. The Stoics teach that failure is a shared experience. Everyone encounters setbacks. Knowing this fosters empathy and connection, reminding you that you are not alone in your struggles. This sense of community provides comfort and support during difficult times. Stoicism encourages you to view failure as part of nature's course. Just as the seasons change, so do successes and setbacks. This understanding creates mental harmony, allowing you to flow with life's rhythms rather than resist them. The philosophy teaches that happiness lies in living according to your values, not in avoiding failure. When your actions align with your principles, setbacks lose their power to discourage you. This alignment creates fulfillment, regardless of external outcomes. Stoic wisdom helps you build resilience by teaching you to expect challenges. Life's difficulties are not anomalies, they are part of the journey. Embracing this truth ensures that you face setbacks with grace and strength, knowing that they are temporary. The practice of Stoic silence offers a way to handle criticism. When failure invites judgment from others, choosing silence allows you to reflect rather than react. This calm response ensures that you stay centered, focusing on what matters most, your own growth. Stoicism reminds you that you have the power to choose your response. No matter what happens, you decide how to interpret and act on it. This empowerment ensures that failure never controls your narrative. You do. The philosophy encourages you to focus on being, not having. Success and failure are fleeting, but who you become through the journey endures. This shift in focus ensures that setbacks enrich your character rather than diminish it. The Stoics teach that every ending is also a beginning. Failure signals the close of one chapter, but it also opens the door to new possibilities. This perspective ensures that no setback feels final. It becomes part of a continuous journey of growth. Stoic wisdom encourages you to simplify your life. The fewer distractions you have, the easier it is to focus on what truly matters. This clarity ensures that failure does not derail you, but reinforces your commitment to your purpose. Stoicism teaches that failure is not an interruption, it's part of the path. Understanding this truth allows you to navigate setbacks with patience, knowing that each step, even the difficult ones, moves you forward. The philosophy also emphasizes self-compassion. Treating yourself with kindness after failure ensures that you recover quickly and continue your journey with renewed strength. Stoicism encourages you to act with intention, even in failure. Each action, no matter how small, becomes meaningful when aligned with your values. This intentionality ensures that failure does not diminish your purpose, but strengthens it. Through Stoic wisdom, failure transforms from a burden into a gift, a teacher that offers insights, builds resilience, and shapes character. By adopting this perspective, you unlock the power to grow through every experience, using each setback as a step toward becoming your most grounded, capable self. Failure, when embraced with wisdom, becomes a powerful teacher. But even with the right mindset, setbacks can still take an emotional toll if you lack resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to recover quickly, stay grounded, and keep moving forward, no matter how hard life hits. Building this inner strength ensures that failures don't overwhelm you. They become stepping stones instead of roadblocks. The key is to develop habits and strategies that prepare your mind and body to handle future challenges with grace and composure. Now, let's explore the essential elements that cultivate emotional resilience and help you thrive through every difficulty. Emotional resilience begins with facing small challenges intentionally. By exposing yourself to manageable discomforts, you build mental toughness that prepares you for larger setbacks. This gradual exposure teaches you that difficult situations are not to be feared, but navigated, making emotional stability a practiced skill. Practicing mindfulness strengthens emotional resilience by helping you remain present during stressful moments. Mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without being swept away by them. Staying grounded in the present reduces anxiety, ensuring that you respond calmly rather than react impulsively when setbacks arise. A supportive network plays a crucial role in emotional resilience. Having people to lean on during difficult times creates a safety net that prevents you from feeling isolated. Sharing your struggles with trusted individuals offers perspective and emotional relief, reminding you that challenges are part of everyone's journey. Stoic journaling is an invaluable tool for tracking progress and gaining clarity. Writing down your thoughts after setbacks helps you reflect on what worked and what needs improvement. This habit builds self-awareness and provides insight into your emotional patterns, helping you develop better coping strategies over time. Physical health is a foundational aspect of emotional resilience. Regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and sufficient sleep ensure that your body supports your mental well-being. When your physical state is strong, your ability to handle emotional stress improves, making you more equipped to face future challenges. Developing self-discipline enhances emotional stability. Discipline teaches you to stay consistent in your efforts, even when motivation fades. This consistency builds mental endurance, ensuring that setbacks don't throw you off track, but motivate you to keep going. Setting boundaries strengthens emotional resilience by preventing burnout. Knowing when to step back allows you to recharge and maintain balance. Boundaries ensure that you prioritize your well-being, giving you the energy to face challenges without feeling overwhelmed. Emotional resilience is reinforced by embracing vulnerability. Acknowledging your emotions without shame creates emotional freedom. Vulnerability fosters authentic connections with others and allows you to process feelings in a healthy way, rather than suppressing them. Learning to accept uncertainty builds emotional flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome only leads to frustration. Accepting the unknown helps you approach challenges with curiosity, ready to adapt no matter what happens. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus from frustration to appreciation. Gratitude helps you find meaning even in setbacks, ensuring that challenges become opportunities for reflection and growth. This positive outlook fosters emotional resilience by keeping you focused on progress rather than perfection. Self-compassion nurtures emotional stability. Treating yourself kindly during difficult times reduces the tendency to dwell on mistakes. Self-compassion creates a safe emotional space, allowing you to recover quickly from setbacks without unnecessary guilt or self-criticism. Developing mental flexibility ensures that you can adjust your approach when things don't go as planned. Flexibility prevents rigid thinking, enabling you to see challenges from different angles and explore new solutions. This adaptability strengthens your ability to bounce back. Practicing emotional regulation allows you to manage your reactions effectively. Emotional resilience is not about avoiding emotions, but learning how to respond to them thoughtfully. When you regulate your emotions, setbacks become manageable rather than overwhelming. Building emotional endurance prepares you for long-term challenges. Each time you persevere through a difficult situation, you strengthen your ability to handle future setbacks. Emotional endurance ensures that no matter how long the journey takes, you remain committed to your goals. Recognizing your triggers helps you build resilience. Understanding what provokes negative emotions allows you to anticipate and manage your responses. This awareness prevents emotional escalation, ensuring that challenges are met with calm and clarity. Developing a growth-oriented mindset reinforces emotional resilience. Viewing setbacks as opportunities for learning shifts your perspective, making it easier to navigate difficulties. This mindset ensures that every experience, even the hard ones, contributes to your development. Building resilience through small habits creates consistency. Daily practices like mindfulness, journaling, and exercise build mental and emotional strength over time. These habits ensure that when major setbacks occur, you have a solid foundation to rely on. Learning to let go of control fosters emotional freedom. Accepting that not everything will go according to plan allows you to release unnecessary stress. Letting go creates mental space for creative problem-solving, making setbacks feel less daunting. Forgiveness, both of yourself and others, strengthens emotional resilience. Holding on to resentment drains emotional energy. Forgiveness allows you to move forward with a lighter heart, ensuring that setbacks don't keep you stuck in the past. Celebrating small victories builds emotional resilience by reinforcing progress. Acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, boosts motivation and confidence. This habit ensures that you stay focused on what you have accomplished, even during difficult times. Learning to say no when needed protects your emotional well-being. Overcommitting leads to burnout, making it harder to handle challenges effectively. Saying no allows you to conserve your energy for what truly matters, strengthening your resilience. Creating structure in your daily life promotes emotional stability. Routines provide a sense of control, helping you navigate uncertainty with ease. This structure ensures that you remain grounded even when external circumstances become chaotic. Developing patience builds emotional resilience by teaching you to trust the process. Some challenges take time to overcome, and impatience only adds to frustration. Patience ensures that you remain calm and focused, knowing that progress is unfolding at its own pace. Practicing detachment from outcomes fosters mental peace. When your happiness isn't tied to specific results, you become more resilient in the face of setbacks. Detachment ensures that challenges don't derail your emotional well-being. Embracing imperfection allows you to navigate failure with ease. Emotional resilience grows when you release the need to be perfect and accept yourself fully. This acceptance creates mental freedom, allowing you to try, fail, and learn without fear of judgment. Building a positive inner dialogue reinforces emotional stability. How you talk to yourself matters. Encouraging words foster resilience, while harsh self-criticism weakens it. A kind inner voice helps you stay motivated even when things get tough. Connecting with nature enhances emotional resilience by providing perspective. Time spent outdoors reduces stress and reminds you of life's bigger picture. Nature's rhythm teaches you that growth takes time, fostering patience and acceptance. Engaging in creative activities nurtures emotional well-being. Expressing yourself through art, music, or writing provides an outlet for emotions. Creative pursuits offer a way to process feelings and find meaning in setbacks. Practicing mindfulness during setbacks helps you stay present and focused. Mindfulness trains your mind to observe challenges without judgment, ensuring that emotional storms pass without lasting impact. This practice builds mental clarity and balance. Surrounding yourself with resilient role models inspires growth. Learning from others who have navigated setbacks reinforces your belief in your ability to overcome challenges. Role models provide guidance and motivation, helping you build your own resilience. Developing self-trust strengthens emotional resilience. Trusting yourself means knowing that no matter what happens, you have the ability to navigate challenges. This self-trust builds confidence, making setbacks feel less intimidating. Learning to reframe negative thoughts fosters emotional balance. When setbacks trigger self-doubt, reframing helps you see the situation differently. This shift in perspective ensures that obstacles become opportunities for growth. Practicing meditation builds emotional resilience by calming the mind. Meditation trains you to observe your thoughts without attachment, reducing emotional reactivity. This practice ensures that you remain centered even during difficult times. Fostering meaningful connections enhances emotional well-being. Strong relationships provide support and encouragement, helping you navigate setbacks with greater ease. These connections remind you that you don't have to face challenges alone. Engaging in acts of kindness nurtures emotional resilience. Helping others shifts your focus from personal struggles to shared humanity. Acts of kindness create positive emotions, reinforcing your ability to handle difficulties with compassion. Developing emotional resilience also involves setting realistic expectations. Unrealistic goals lead to frustration, while achievable goals build momentum. Setting practical expectations ensures that setbacks feel manageable, not overwhelming. Practicing acceptance cultivates mental peace. Emotional resilience grows when you stop resisting reality and learn to work with what is. Acceptance creates space for creative solutions, ensuring that setbacks don't feel like dead ends. Building resilience through reflection ensures continuous improvement. Reflecting on past challenges helps you identify what worked and what didn't. This self-awareness ensures that each setback contributes to your growth. Fostering hope strengthens emotional resilience. Hope reminds you that no setback is permanent and that better days are ahead. This belief keeps you motivated, even when the journey feels long and difficult. Developing a sense of purpose reinforces resilience. When your actions align with your values, setbacks feel less discouraging. Purpose provides meaning to your efforts, ensuring that challenges become part of a greater mission. Learning to embrace challenges fosters emotional strength. Resilience grows when you face difficulties head-on rather than avoiding them. Each challenge overcome builds confidence, preparing you for whatever lies ahead. Maintaining humor during tough times lightens emotional burdens. Laughter provides relief, helping you see challenges from a different angle. Humor fosters perspective, ensuring that setbacks don't feel as heavy. Practicing self-care strengthens emotional resilience. Taking time to nurture your body and mind ensures that you remain balanced and energized. Self-care builds the foundation for handling challenges with strength and grace. Developing emotional resilience transforms setbacks into opportunities. Each challenge becomes a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. With resilience, failures no longer feel like endings. They become the beginning of a new, more empowered chapter. Resilience teaches you to keep going when life tests you, but the truth is, success and failure are two sides of the same coin. They are not opposites but partners in progress, woven together in every meaningful achievement. Failure isn't the end of the road. It is the foundation upon which success is built. Every breakthrough carries the weight of previous setbacks, each stumble inching you closer to the finish line. To succeed, you must learn to walk with failure by your side, not as an enemy, but as an ally. Let's explore the deep connection between failure and success, uncovering why they are inseparable on any path to greatness. Many of the world's most celebrated successes are the result of countless failures. Every successful person has encountered obstacles that forced them to rethink, pivot, and start over. These failures weren't signs to stop. They were signals to keep moving in a better direction. Progress is rarely linear. It often involves falling and rising again, stronger each time. Failure clears the path to breakthroughs. When something doesn't work, it forces you to ask new questions, try different approaches, and think creatively. It challenges assumptions, paving the way for fresh solutions. Success, more often than not, is born from those moments when you decide to try again, armed with the wisdom from previous missteps. Failing forward is not just about persistence, it's about learning while you move. Each setback offers valuable lessons that guide your next steps. Growth happens not despite failure, but because of it. This concept allows you to treat every failed attempt as part of the progress, accelerating your path to success with each try. The pursuit of success requires a shift in focus from results to process. Fixating on outcomes creates unnecessary pressure, while embracing the process ensures that every step, successful or not, contributes to your growth. Success becomes inevitable when you value the journey as much as the destination, knowing that failure is simply part of the way forward. Setbacks are essential for long-term success because they teach endurance. Success achieved too easily can crumble at the first sign of difficulty, but when built on the foundation of repeated attempts, it becomes more sustainable. The lessons learned through failure make you more prepared to handle future challenges. Failure reveals weaknesses you didn't know existed, giving you the chance to address them before success arrives. Without these insights, progress is fragile. Each mistake strengthens your understanding, ensuring that success, when achieved, rests on a solid foundation. Success rooted in failure fosters humility. When you experience setbacks, you develop a greater appreciation for the journey and the effort required to reach your goals. This humility ensures that success doesn't make you complacent, but motivates you to keep improving. Failure also shapes character. The resilience needed to rise after setbacks builds inner strength, patience, and determination. These qualities become part of your identity, ensuring that success doesn't just change your circumstances, it transforms who you are as a person. Success achieved after failure feels more rewarding because it reflects growth. Each setback becomes a milestone, marking how far you've come. This perspective ensures that success is not just about reaching a goal, but about becoming the person capable of achieving it. Learning to appreciate failure ensures that you don't shy away from challenges. Success isn't about avoiding difficulties, but embracing them as opportunities to grow. The willingness to confront setbacks head-on accelerates your progress, making every obstacle a stepping stone. The connection between failure and success lies in their ability to shape your mindset. Every setback teaches you to think differently, to stay curious, and to find solutions where others see obstacles. Success becomes a mindset that thrives on persistence and adaptability. Setbacks force you to reconsider your strategies, making you more flexible. Success isn't about rigidly following a plan. It's about adapting to what works and letting go of what doesn't. Each failure teaches you how to pivot without losing sight of your goals. Success rooted in failure builds self-trust. Every time you recover from a setback, you strengthen your belief in your ability to overcome challenges. This trust fuels your journey, ensuring that you remain confident even when success feels distant. The relationship between failure and success teaches patience. Achieving meaningful goals takes time, and setbacks are part of that timeline. Learning to be patient ensures that you don't give up too soon, knowing that progress often comes slowly but steadily. Failure teaches gratitude for small wins. When success is built on effort and persistence, you learn to celebrate every step forward, no matter how small. This gratitude keeps you motivated, ensuring that you stay focused on progress rather than perfection. Success becomes more meaningful when you've tasted failure. The contrast between setbacks and achievements makes victory sweeter, reinforcing the value of perseverance. Without failure, success can feel empty, but with it, every achievement carries a deeper sense of accomplishment. The fear of failure diminishes when you understand that setbacks are inevitable. Success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about navigating it with resilience and grace. Knowing this gives you the courage to pursue your goals boldly, without fear holding you back. Each failure builds your problem-solving skills. Success is not the absence of problems, but the ability to solve them effectively. Setbacks provide practice in finding solutions, sharpening your ability to overcome obstacles with creativity and determination. The pursuit of success demands emotional resilience. Failure tests your resolve, teaching you to manage disappointment without losing motivation. Emotional resilience ensures that you stay focused on your goals, even when progress feels slow. Failure provides clarity. It reveals what isn't working, helping you refine your approach. Success becomes more attainable when your path is clear, guided by the insights gained from past mistakes. Clarity ensures that your efforts are directed toward what truly matters. Setbacks foster innovation. When conventional methods fail, you are forced to think outside the box. Many breakthroughs occur not in spite of failure, but because of it, as new solutions emerge from the ashes of what didn't work. Success teaches you to embrace uncertainty, knowing that failure is always a possibility. This acceptance makes you more comfortable taking risks, which is essential for growth. The willingness to fail becomes a catalyst for discovering new opportunities. Failure builds connections with others. Sharing your setbacks creates empathy and fosters support, reminding you that you are not alone in your struggles. These connections become part of your journey, enriching your experience and making success more meaningful. Success achieved through failure creates a ripple effect. Each time you overcome a setback, you inspire others to keep going. Your journey becomes a source of motivation, showing others that failure is not the end, but the beginning of something better. The pursuit of success requires embracing imperfection. Mistakes are part of the process, not signs of inadequacy. Learning to accept your imperfections ensures that setbacks don't discourage you, but motivate you to keep improving. Failure teaches you to focus on what you can control. Success is often influenced by external factors, but your response to setbacks is always within your power. This focus ensures that you remain grounded, regardless of the outcome. Success rooted in failure strengthens your sense of purpose. Setbacks force you to reconnect with why you started, ensuring that your actions align with your values. Purpose provides the motivation needed to persevere through difficulties. The connection between failure and success fosters gratitude for the journey. Every setback becomes part of your story, reminding you that progress is made not just through victories, but through perseverance. This gratitude keeps you grounded and motivated. Success teaches you that failure is temporary. No setback lasts forever, and each one brings new opportunities. Understanding this truth ensures that you approach challenges with optimism, knowing that success is always within reach. The process of failing forward builds momentum. Each attempt brings you closer to your goal, even if progress isn't immediately visible. This momentum ensures that setbacks don't stop you, but push you forward with renewed energy. Failure teaches humility, reminding you that success is never guaranteed. This humility keeps you open to learning, ensuring that you remain a student of life, always willing to grow and improve. Success achieved after failure builds inner peace. Knowing that you persevered through difficulties creates a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond external achievements. This peace ensures that success is not just about reaching a destination, but enjoying the journey. The pursuit of success demands consistency. Setbacks test your commitment, ensuring that you stay the course even when progress feels slow. Consistency ensures that each effort, no matter how small, contributes to your long-term success. Failure builds resilience by teaching you to let go of what no longer serves you. Success often requires shedding old habits and beliefs, and setbacks provide the opportunity to do so. This resilience ensures that you remain adaptable and open to change. Success teaches you to value effort over outcome. When you focus on the process, setbacks become part of the experience, not barriers. This shift in perspective ensures that failure doesn't discourage you, but motivates you to keep going. The connection between failure and success reveals the importance of reflection. Each setback offers insights that refine your approach. Success becomes more attainable when guided by the wisdom gained from past experiences. Success achieved through failure builds lasting confidence. Each time you rise after a setback, you prove to yourself that you are capable of overcoming challenges. This confidence ensures that you face future obstacles with courage and determination. The journey between failure and success teaches patience. Progress takes time, and setbacks are part of the process. Learning to embrace this truth ensures that you remain focused, knowing that success is the result of persistence, not perfection. Success demands persistence, but failure has a way of planting seeds of doubt that can take root if left unchecked. The biggest challenge after a setback isn't the external outcome. It's the voice inside that whispers, "You're not good enough." Self-doubt can become a silent barrier, keeping you from trying again, stalling your growth, and dimming your confidence. Breaking this cycle is essential to moving forward. Now, let's explore how you can overcome self-doubt and rebuild belief in yourself, creating the inner strength needed to face any challenge with clarity and courage. Self-doubt often begins with patterns of negative thinking. These thoughts repeat quietly, creating an inner narrative that questions your abilities. The first step to breaking the cycle is identifying these patterns. Notice when you tell yourself that you failed because you aren't talented or smart enough. Awareness of these thoughts reveals how often self-doubt creeps in and allows you to challenge them. Replacing negative self-talk with constructive affirmations builds a stronger mindset. Words carry power, and the way you talk to yourself shapes your actions. Swap thoughts like, "I always mess up" with, "I'm learning, and this is part of the process." Positive affirmations reframe setbacks, shifting your mind from defeat toward possibility. A personal mantra provides an anchor when self-doubt arises. This mantra becomes a guiding phrase that reminds you of your strength and potential. Simple statements like, "I have what it takes," or "I grow through challenges," reinforce belief in yourself. Repeating these words helps you regain focus during moments of uncertainty. External influences can amplify self-doubt. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage growth rather than perfection is essential. Friends or colleagues who focus on effort and progress will help you stay motivated, while those who criticize can fuel negative thoughts. Building a supportive environment reduces the weight of external judgment. Recognizing that self-doubt thrives on comparison can free you from its grip. It's easy to look at others' achievements and feel behind, but comparison distorts reality. Everyone's journey is unique, and measuring your progress against others only breeds frustration. Focus on your path, celebrating small wins along the way. Self-compassion is a powerful tool for breaking the cycle of self-doubt. When you show yourself the same kindness you would offer a friend, failure loses its sting. Self-compassion teaches you that mistakes are part of being human. This mindset promotes quicker recovery, helping you bounce back from setbacks with less emotional burden. Taking responsibility for your thoughts empowers you to rewrite them. Self-doubt often feels automatic, but every thought is a choice. When you notice negative thoughts, you can decide to reframe them. This shift ensures that your inner dialogue becomes constructive, supporting your goals instead of holding you back. Setting small, achievable goals builds confidence. Large goals can feel overwhelming and trigger doubt, but smaller milestones offer steady progress. Each completed step reinforces your ability to succeed, proving that effort leads to results. Over time, these small victories compound into meaningful growth. Journaling helps you track your thoughts and emotions after setbacks. Writing down moments of doubt reveals patterns that you might not notice in the moment. Journaling offers clarity, showing how far you've come and reminding you that every experience, good or bad, contributes to your journey. Learning to embrace imperfection weakens self-doubt. Perfectionism feeds the fear of failure, making it harder to try new things. Embracing imperfection allows you to focus on progress rather than perfection, creating space for learning and experimentation without fear of judgment. Practicing gratitude shifts your attention from what went wrong to what went right. Gratitude helps you appreciate your efforts and see the value in each attempt, even if it didn't lead to immediate success. This perspective reduces self-doubt, reminding you that every experience has something to offer. Building self-trust is essential for overcoming doubt. Trust grows each time you keep a promise to yourself, whether it's completing a task or sticking to a routine. These small commitments reinforce your belief in your ability to follow through, laying the foundation for long-term confidence. Recognizing that failure is a normal part of growth breaks the illusion that you must succeed on the first try. Everyone faces setbacks, and learning to expect them reduces their emotional impact. This understanding helps you approach challenges without the fear of making mistakes. Self-doubt often stems from fear of judgment, but the truth is, most people are focused on their own struggles. Letting go of the need for external approval frees you to pursue your goals without hesitation. When you stop worrying about others' opinions, you gain the freedom to act boldly. Mindfulness practices help you stay grounded when doubt surfaces. Observing your thoughts without attachment allows you to see them for what they are, temporary and changeable. Mindfulness creates space between your thoughts and your actions, ensuring that doubt doesn't dictate your choices. Engaging in activities that challenge you builds emotional resilience. Each time you face a difficult task and overcome it, you strengthen your ability to handle uncertainty. These experiences show you that doubt is temporary, but the skills you gain are lasting. Acknowledging your progress builds momentum. Self-doubt often overlooks how far you've come, focusing only on what remains undone. Celebrating your achievements, no matter how small, reminds you of your growth and reinforces the belief that you are capable. Surrounding yourself with inspiring role models counters self-doubt. Learning from others who have faced similar challenges shows you that setbacks are part of every journey. These role models offer valuable insights and encourage you to keep going, even when doubt feels overwhelming. Creating a routine that prioritizes self-care strengthens your emotional resilience. When you take care of your physical and mental well-being, you feel more equipped to handle challenges. This balance ensures that doubt doesn't drain your energy or motivation. Practicing visualization helps you reframe your thoughts. Envisioning yourself succeeding despite setbacks builds mental strength. Visualization creates a mental roadmap, guiding you toward your goals even when doubt tries to steer you off course. Replacing self-criticism with curiosity transforms your relationship with failure. Instead of harshly judging yourself, ask what the experience can teach you. Curiosity opens the door to learning, ensuring that doubt doesn't block your path to growth. Building habits that align with your values reinforces confidence. When your actions reflect your beliefs, you create a sense of purpose. This alignment ensures that doubt doesn't derail you, keeping you focused on what truly matters. Challenging limiting beliefs dismantles the foundation of self-doubt. These beliefs often stem from past experiences, but no longer serve you. Replacing them with empowering thoughts ensures that doubt doesn't limit your potential. Taking consistent action weakens the power of doubt. Even small steps forward build momentum, proving that progress is possible. Action creates evidence that counters negative thoughts, showing you that effort leads to growth. Learning to reframe challenges as opportunities builds emotional strength. Each setback becomes a chance to practice resilience, ensuring that doubt doesn't paralyze you. This mindset shift transforms obstacles into valuable experiences. Building a support system provides reassurance when doubt arises. Sharing your thoughts with trusted individuals offers perspective and encouragement. A strong support system reminds you that you are not alone in your journey. Letting go of perfection allows you to embrace vulnerability. Vulnerability fosters authenticity, showing you that it's okay to struggle. This acceptance reduces the grip of self-doubt, encouraging you to keep trying without fear of judgment. Engaging in creative pursuits nurtures your inner confidence. Creativity allows you to express yourself freely without the pressure of getting it right. These experiences reinforce the belief that your worth is not tied to outcomes. Learning to detach from outcomes fosters peace of mind. When you focus on the process rather than the result, doubt loses its influence. Detachment ensures that your efforts remain meaningful, regardless of the outcome. Creating a personal affirmation practice strengthens your inner dialogue. Repeating affirmations like, "I am capable," or "I learn from every experience," rewires your thoughts, replacing doubt with belief. Practicing forgiveness, both of yourself and others, releases emotional burdens. Holding on to past mistakes fuels doubt, but forgiveness offers freedom. This practice ensures that setbacks don't define you, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart. Setting boundaries protects your emotional well-being. Saying no to unnecessary pressures ensures that doubt doesn't overwhelm you. Boundaries create space for meaningful progress, keeping you focused on your priorities. Building emotional resilience ensures that doubt doesn't take root. Each time you recover from a setback, you prove to yourself that you are capable of growth. Resilience becomes a habit, strengthening your ability to face challenges with confidence. Recognizing that self-doubt is normal reduces its power. Everyone experiences moments of uncertainty, but these moments don't have to define you. Accepting doubt as part of the process ensures that it doesn't stop you from pursuing your goals. Learning to trust the process fosters patience. Growth takes time, and setbacks are part of the journey. Trusting the process ensures that doubt doesn't make you give up too soon. Building a routine of reflection deepens self-awareness. Reflecting on your experiences helps you understand how doubt arises and how to address it. This practice ensures that you continue growing even when challenges arise. Developing a mindset of gratitude nurtures confidence. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, reducing doubt. This perspective reinforces the belief that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Creating space for rest and renewal strengthens your mental resilience. When you are well rested, you feel more equipped to handle doubt. Rest restores your energy, ensuring that setbacks don't drain your motivation. Engaging in lifelong learning builds confidence over time. Each new skill or experience reinforces the belief that you can adapt and grow. This mindset ensures that doubt doesn't limit your ability to achieve your goals. Cultivating self-acceptance breaks the cycle of doubt. Accepting yourself fully, flaws and all, creates a foundation for growth. This acceptance ensures that setbacks become opportunities for learning, not reasons to doubt yourself. Breaking free from self-doubt opens the door to growth, but sustaining that progress depends heavily on the environment you create. Your surroundings shape your mindset, influence your decisions, and impact your ability to grow through challenges. The people you interact with, the spaces you inhabit, and the habits you nurture all play a role in determining whether you thrive or stay stuck. Let's now explore how to build a supportive environment that not only encourages progress, but also transforms failures into opportunities for growth. The people around you set the tone for your personal development. When you surround yourself with individuals who value effort and progress over perfection, their mindset rubs off on you. These people understand that growth is a process, not a performance, making it easier to embrace your own journey without fear of judgment. A failure-friendly environment is essential for learning. Spaces where mistakes are treated as learning opportunities foster experimentation and creativity. When failure is accepted as part of the process, you gain the freedom to take risks, knowing that every attempt moves you closer to success. Physical spaces carry subtle messages that affect your mindset. Cluttered, chaotic environments can create mental fatigue, making it harder to focus and stay motivated. On the other hand, organized, intentional spaces promote clarity, encouraging you to approach challenges with a clear mind and renewed energy. Building a network of mentors and like-minded individuals provides guidance and inspiration. Mentors offer valuable insights based on their experiences, helping you navigate setbacks more effectively. Surrounding yourself with people on similar journeys reinforces your commitment to growth, ensuring you stay on track. Designing habits that support resilience ensures that you can maintain progress even in difficult times. Small daily routines, like morning reflections or journaling, build mental endurance. These habits anchor you, providing stability when external circumstances become overwhelming. The energy of the people closest to you influences your emotional state. Positive, supportive relationships uplift you, reinforcing your belief in your potential. Conversely, negative influences can drain your motivation, making it essential to choose your connections wisely. Creating a space that encourages learning promotes curiosity and experimentation. When your environment is filled with books, tools, or resources that spark growth, it becomes easier to explore new ideas and expand your skill set. These spaces serve as constant reminders that learning is always within reach. Communities that celebrate effort over outcomes build emotional resilience. In these spaces, the focus shifts from perfection to persistence, allowing you to celebrate progress, no matter how small. This mindset encourages you to keep moving forward, even after setbacks. Your physical environment also reflects your priorities. Surrounding yourself with meaningful reminders of your goals keeps you focused. Whether it's a vision board, inspiring quotes, or simple affirmations, these cues ensure that your environment aligns with your aspirations. Cultivating an environment that welcomes feedback strengthens personal growth. Honest feedback helps you identify blind spots and refine your approach. In spaces where feedback is offered constructively, you learn to see it as a tool for improvement, not criticism. Habits shaped by your environment have lasting effects. Consistent routines develop muscle memory, making it easier to maintain productive behaviors even during challenging times. When your environment reinforces these habits, progress becomes sustainable. Supportive spaces nurture mental well-being. When you feel safe to express your thoughts and emotions without fear of judgment, you develop greater emotional resilience. This safety allows you to process setbacks with clarity, knowing that you are supported in your journey. Collaborating with like-minded individuals fosters accountability. When you share your goals with others, you create a system of mutual encouragement. This accountability ensures that setbacks don't derail you, but motivate you to keep going. An environment that encourages rest and renewal promotes sustainable growth. Burnout becomes less likely when your space supports balance, reminding you that rest is an essential part of progress. Creating moments of quiet allows you to recharge and maintain emotional resilience. Spaces that inspire creativity unlock new possibilities. Whether through art, music, or writing, creative environments provide outlets for expression. These spaces encourage you to explore different solutions, making failure feel less like a setback and more like a stepping stone. Building rituals that align with your values reinforces consistency. Morning rituals, reflection practices, or gratitude journaling ground you in purpose, helping you stay focused on what matters. These rituals become anchors, ensuring that your environment supports intentional living. Encouraging open conversations in your environment fosters trust. When people feel comfortable sharing their experiences, it creates a sense of community. This openness allows you to learn from others' setbacks and triumphs, enriching your own journey with shared wisdom. A clutter-free space reduces mental distractions. When your surroundings are organized, you free up mental energy to focus on your goals. Clarity in your physical space translates into mental clarity, making it easier to approach challenges with confidence. Choosing relationships that challenge you to grow fosters personal development. Surrounding yourself with individuals who push you to step out of your comfort zone ensures that you remain open to new possibilities. Growth happens when you engage with those who inspire you to become better. Environments that encourage playfulness reduce the fear of failure. When you allow yourself to explore without pressure, you develop a mindset that sees challenges as adventures rather than obstacles. This playful approach makes it easier to stay motivated, even when things get tough. Designing a space that reflects your progress builds momentum. Displaying achievements, no matter how small, serves as a visual reminder of how far you've come. These reminders reinforce the belief that growth is happening, motivating you to keep going. A network of diverse mentors offers multiple perspectives. Learning from people with different backgrounds broadens your understanding, helping you approach challenges creatively. This diversity ensures that your growth is well-rounded and enriched by various viewpoints. Curating an environment that values resilience helps you develop emotional strength. Spaces that promote persistence over quick wins teach you to appreciate long-term growth. This mindset ensures that setbacks don't discourage you, but fuel your determination to keep going. Environments that embrace learning through mistakes promote innovation. In these spaces, failure is seen as part of the creative process, not an endpoint. This acceptance encourages you to experiment boldly, knowing that every attempt contributes to growth. Building supportive spaces also involves creating boundaries. Knowing when to say no protects your time and energy, allowing you to focus on what matters most. Boundaries ensure that your environment remains conducive to progress. An environment that values personal responsibility fosters accountability. In these spaces, you are encouraged to own your actions and learn from them. This responsibility strengthens your sense of agency, ensuring that you approach challenges proactively. Designing habits that promote mindfulness keeps you grounded. Daily practices like meditation or deep breathing enhance mental clarity, helping you stay centered during setbacks. These habits ensure that your environment supports emotional well-being. Creating spaces for reflection deepens self-awareness. When you take time to assess your progress, you gain valuable insights into your growth. Reflection spaces offer clarity, guiding you toward better decisions and refined strategies. Encouraging collaboration in your environment nurtures creativity. Working with others fosters innovation, as different perspectives spark new ideas. Collaborative spaces become breeding grounds for breakthroughs, turning challenges into opportunities. Your environment also influences your self-talk. Surrounding yourself with positive affirmations and encouraging messages reinforces a constructive inner dialogue. This reinforcement ensures that setbacks don't trigger self-doubt, but motivate you to keep trying. Spaces that prioritize well-being promote sustainable growth. Environments that support physical, mental, and emotional health create balance, ensuring that progress is steady and consistent. This holistic approach prevents burnout, allowing you to thrive. Curating relationships that uplift you strengthens emotional resilience. When your connections inspire and support you, it becomes easier to face challenges with confidence. Positive relationships become pillars of strength, helping you navigate difficult times. Building routines that encourage learning fosters continuous growth. When learning becomes a habit, every experience becomes an opportunity for development. These routines ensure that your environment remains a source of inspiration and knowledge. Creating spaces that reflect your aspirations keeps you motivated. Visual reminders of your goals serve as daily inspiration, guiding your actions. These cues ensure that your environment aligns with your dreams, reinforcing your commitment to growth. Designing a failure-friendly environment encourages risk-taking. When you know that mistakes are part of the process, you become more willing to try new things. This willingness ensures that challenges become opportunities to explore and grow. Collaborating with mentors who value progress over perfection deepens your understanding. These mentors offer practical advice rooted in experience, helping you navigate setbacks with wisdom. Their guidance ensures that your journey remains purposeful. An environment that values intentionality keeps you focused. Spaces that encourage deliberate actions help you stay aligned with your goals. This focus ensures that every effort, no matter how small, contributes meaningfully to your growth. Creating supportive spaces involves celebrating progress. Recognizing milestones, no matter how small, reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Celebrations remind you that every step forward matters, keeping you motivated to continue. Building relationships with individuals who inspire resilience fosters personal strength. These connections model persistence, showing you that challenges are opportunities for growth. Their stories inspire you to stay committed, even when progress feels slow. Designing habits that encourage exploration nurtures creativity. When curiosity becomes a habit, setbacks become opportunities to learn something new. This mindset ensures that challenges fuel your growth rather than hinder it. Curating environments that embrace change promotes adaptability. Spaces that encourage flexibility help you navigate unexpected challenges with ease. This adaptability ensures that you remain open to new possibilities, even in the face of setbacks. Your environment ultimately shapes your mindset. When your surroundings support growth, resilience, and learning, you develop the mental and emotional tools needed to thrive. Building a supportive space ensures that setbacks become part of your journey, not barriers to your progress. A supportive environment lays the foundation for growth, but the ability to see beyond setbacks and embrace the long road ahead requires something deeper: vision and patience. After failure, it's tempting to seek quick fixes, yet lasting success comes to those who focus on the journey, not just the destination. Developing long-term vision helps you stay committed through challenges, while patience ensures that progress, however slow, never goes unnoticed. Let's now explore how shifting your mindset, setting clear steps, and trusting the process can guide you toward meaningful, sustainable achievements, even when success feels far away. Long-term vision means looking beyond immediate outcomes. Shifting focus from what happens today to where you want to be in the future helps you stay grounded through temporary setbacks. This perspective ensures that failure becomes just one point along a much larger path toward growth. Breaking large goals into smaller, manageable steps makes progress feel achievable. Big ambitions can overwhelm, especially after failure, but dividing them into actionable parts creates momentum. Each small win builds confidence, proving that the journey is unfolding, even if the finish line feels distant. Patience plays a crucial role in long-term growth. Success doesn't follow a strict timeline, and delayed gratification becomes essential when working toward meaningful goals. Learning to wait with purpose ensures that setbacks don't derail your motivation, but serve as part of the process. Stoic principles teach that outcomes are beyond your control, but your effort is not. Trusting the process means focusing on what you can do today, regardless of results. This mindset keeps you centered, ensuring that even when external success seems delayed, your actions remain aligned with your values. Staying motivated on a long journey requires constant reminders of your purpose. Purpose gives meaning to your efforts, even when results are slow to appear. Connecting with your why ensures that each day, regardless of challenges, brings you closer to something meaningful. Vision without action is merely a dream. Developing a long-term vision requires consistent effort, even when progress feels invisible. Action, no matter how small, creates momentum, ensuring that each step contributes to your larger goals. Patience strengthens emotional resilience by teaching you to find value in the process itself. When you view each stage of growth as worthwhile, setbacks become less discouraging. Patience shifts your mindset from frustration to curiosity, allowing you to approach challenges with openness. Breaking goals into smaller milestones provides a sense of accomplishment along the way. Celebrating these milestones reinforces your belief that progress is happening, even if the ultimate goal is still far off. Each step forward becomes proof that you are capable of achieving more. Delayed gratification teaches self-discipline, ensuring that short-term desires don't distract you from long-term goals. Resisting the urge for immediate rewards strengthens your ability to stay focused on what truly matters, building mental toughness along the way. Trusting the process reduces anxiety about outcomes. When you accept that growth takes time, you free yourself from the pressure of needing immediate success. This trust creates mental peace, allowing you to navigate challenges with a calm and focused mind. Developing long-term vision means learning to embrace uncertainty. The path to success is rarely predictable, and flexibility becomes essential. Vision helps you stay focused on your destination, while patience allows you to adapt when the road takes unexpected turns. Maintaining motivation during long journeys requires cultivating joy in the small moments. Finding satisfaction in the daily work ensures that your journey remains fulfilling, even when progress is slow. This mindset makes it easier to persevere through setbacks. Long-term goals become more manageable when tied to habits. Small, consistent actions create lasting change over time. These habits ensure that even on difficult days, you stay aligned with your vision, knowing that every effort adds up. Patience also involves letting go of rigid expectations. When you release the need for things to unfold exactly as planned, you open yourself to new possibilities. This flexibility ensures that you remain open to growth even when your original plan changes. Developing vision requires balancing ambition with realism. While dreaming big is essential, setting realistic expectations ensures that you stay motivated. This balance keeps your goals achievable, preventing burnout along the way. Trusting the process builds resilience by shifting your focus from control to acceptance. When you embrace what you can't change, setbacks lose their power to discourage you. This mindset ensures that challenges become lessons rather than roadblocks. Long-term motivation thrives on a sense of purpose. Purpose provides direction, ensuring that even when progress is slow, your efforts remain meaningful. This focus on purpose transforms the journey into an act of personal fulfillment. Patience teaches you to value the journey over the destination. Success is not just about reaching a goal, but about becoming the person capable of achieving it. Each step forward, regardless of how small, contributes to your growth. Breaking goals into manageable parts helps prevent overwhelm. Large ambitions can feel daunting, but smaller steps make progress tangible. This approach ensures that you stay motivated, knowing that every small achievement brings you closer to your vision. Developing long-term vision involves focusing on progress rather than perfection. Perfectionism can paralyze you, making it hard to move forward. Shifting your focus to progress ensures that every effort, no matter how imperfect, contributes to your growth. Delayed gratification strengthens your ability to make thoughtful decisions. When you resist the pull of immediate rewards, you develop greater control over your actions. This control ensures that your choices align with your long-term goals. Trusting the process fosters mental clarity. When you stop obsessing over outcomes, you free your mind to focus on what matters most, your daily efforts. This clarity ensures that each action feels purposeful, even when the results are not immediately visible. Developing long-term vision involves setting intentions rather than rigid goals. Intentions create a sense of direction without the pressure of fixed outcomes. This approach allows you to grow organically, adapting to new opportunities along the way. Patience cultivates emotional stability. When you accept that progress takes time, you reduce the emotional highs and lows that often accompany setbacks. This stability ensures that you stay consistent even when challenges arise. Long-term motivation requires balancing discipline with self-care. While consistent effort is essential, taking time to rest and recharge prevents burnout. This balance ensures that your journey remains sustainable, allowing you to stay committed for the long haul. Breaking large goals into smaller steps creates a sense of momentum. Each completed step reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed, building confidence over time. This momentum ensures that you stay motivated even when progress feels slow. Delayed gratification teaches you to focus on what truly matters. When you learn to wait, you develop a deeper appreciation for the things that bring lasting fulfillment. This mindset ensures that your efforts remain aligned with your core values. Trusting the process encourages you to embrace the unknown. Success often requires stepping into uncertainty, and trusting the process allows you to move forward with confidence. This trust ensures that you approach challenges as opportunities for growth. Long-term vision helps you develop patience with yourself. Growth is rarely linear, and setbacks are inevitable. Having a clear vision ensures that you remain kind to yourself, understanding that every step, even backward ones, is part of the journey. Patience teaches you to appreciate the beauty of slow progress. While quick wins are gratifying, lasting success often comes through steady effort. Learning to value this process ensures that you remain motivated, knowing that each step contributes to your growth. Developing long-term vision involves aligning your actions with your values. When your goals reflect what matters most to you, staying committed becomes easier. This alignment ensures that your efforts feel meaningful even during difficult times. Breaking goals into smaller steps builds resilience. Each small achievement reinforces your belief in your ability to overcome challenges. This resilience ensures that setbacks don't discourage you, but motivate you to keep going. Trusting the process reduces the need for constant validation. When you focus on your efforts rather than seeking approval, you develop greater confidence. This confidence ensures that you remain committed to your journey, regardless of external opinions. Patience teaches you to celebrate small victories. Every step forward, no matter how small, deserves recognition. This celebration reinforces your belief in your progress, keeping you motivated for the long journey ahead. Long-term vision provides perspective during setbacks. When you see challenges as temporary, they lose their power to derail you. This perspective ensures that you remain focused on your goals, even when progress feels slow. Delayed gratification strengthens your ability to stay focused on your priorities. When you learn to wait, distractions lose their appeal. This focus ensures that your efforts remain aligned with your long-term vision. Developing habits that support long-term growth builds consistency. Small, daily actions become part of your routine, ensuring that progress continues even when motivation wanes. These habits create a strong foundation for sustainable growth. Trusting the process teaches you to enjoy the journey. When you release the need for immediate results, you develop a deeper appreciation for the experience. This enjoyment ensures that your journey remains fulfilling even before you reach your destination. Patience nurtures self-trust. Each time you persevere through challenges, you strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed. This trust ensures that you remain committed, knowing that success is only a matter of time. Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning of transformation. Throughout this journey, we've uncovered the hidden layers of failure, exposing how misconceptions hold us back and how Stoic wisdom can guide us toward resilience. We've explored why fear of failure limits potential, how setbacks shape success, and the power of self-reflection to fuel personal growth. From creating supportive environments to cultivating long-term vision and patience, every failure offers a new chance to rebuild, refine, and rise stronger. The path forward is clear. Redefine failure not as defeat, but as a stepping stone toward greatness. Whether it's breaking the cycle of self-doubt or embracing the process over perfection, every challenge is a lesson waiting to be learned. The choice is yours. Stay stuck in fear or harness the power within every misstep to grow, evolve, and thrive. Now, let's turn this conversation over to you. What's a failure that changed your perspective for the better? Leave a comment and share your story. We grow stronger together. And if this message resonated with you, make sure to subscribe for more insights on mastering life's challenges. Let's keep growing, learning, and succeeding. One step, one lesson, one victory at a time. Your next breakthrough might just be around the corner. Don't miss it.